My name's Swenson, Kathy Swenson, and I'm a journalist. I do what they call human interest stories. And I'm just about to do something I never believed I'd ever do. I spent nearly a year on a story, and I'm just about to tear up every damn page of 5 notebooks that contain what's probably the best story I'll ever get. And right now I'm wondering if I'm not crazy. I live in Vermont, the most beautiful state in the USA. And I bought some fresh eggs one day from a small farmstead on Lake Champlain. And there was something about the man. His eyes, mainly. They weren't farmer's eyes. He didn't even stand like a farmer. And he had this strange accent. I started asking around. And before you could say snap, I was hooked on my mystery man and was booking a plane ticket to London. I'm not sure that I got all the story, but I've got enough to get me a nice fat fee from any magazine I choose. But there was a kind of lesson in the story, and I came to the conclusion that it would be wrong to publish it. Not wrong, maybe, but a cruel use of something. Oh, God, sometimes I wish I was a man I could just put the knife in without giving a damn. But I write better than any man I know. Me and Mary McCarthy both. If it starts anywhere, it starts in a small village in Scotland called Bora Glen, and a man called John Rennie. He was a dour, silent man who had had his face disfigured by a piece of shrapnel in the First World War. Strong-minded and intelligent, he had little time for his son, a rather diffident little boy who was in awe of his father, maybe frightened even. But it seems that all that changed one particular summer's day, when the boy was about 9 years old.
Johnny, come over here. Hold the door open, laddie. Give me some light. Here you are, then. Take it to your mother. Tell her I'll pluck it later. You ain't frightened of a dead hen, are you, laddie?
Yes, Father.
I see. Now come straight back here when you've handed over the bird.
Yes, Father.
Right, laddie. Now put your hands round its neck and do what I did. Go on. Well done, well done. I'll take it to the kitchen. And I want to see you in my study. Now wash your hands first. Come in. What do you think of my face, laddie? Here.
I'm sorry about it, sir.
You know how I got it?
In the Great War, sir. A piece of a shell.
Ugly, isn't it? I'm proud of that scar, laddie. Look at the wee box on the table. Go on. Open it. You know what it is?
It's a medal, sir.
It's a military cross, and that's why I'm proud of my ugly face. The king himself gave it to me at Buckingham Palace. Your mother was with me. Do you know why I'm showing it to you today?
No, sir.
Because when I asked you if you were scared of a dead hen, you told me the truth. And because you wrung the chicken's neck when I told you to. You were scared, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
And you're not scared to do it again, are you?
No, sir.
Would you do it again if I told you to, right now?
I would, sir.
Then take the medal. It's yours now. And don't ever be scared again. Not of anything, not any man.
Johnny Rennie often mentioned this incident when he was an adult, so I guess it was significant for him. He gathered up just enough credits to get a university place. He took his law finals twice and just passed on the second attempt. He had 2 years with a firm of Edinburgh solicitors, and at the end of the 2 years, he resigned from the practice and joined the SAS, the Special Air Services. When an unofficial request came through from the Ministry of Defense for an officer with certain qualifications that were not put in writing, he had been offered the transfer to the Foreign Office and SIS, MI6, the Secret Intelligence Service. I guessed that John Hamish Rennie had been involved in what the CIA calls dirty tricks, and I chatted up an SIS office type called Roger Williams, who'd been on a job with Rennie some years back just outside Hamburg in Germany.
Oh, no, you don't. Is he dead, Rennie?
Of course he's dead. I killed him. That's what we were here for.
What are we going to do with him?
We'll leave him here.
Yeah, he could lie for days before somebody finds him.
So what? He's dead, and that's all that matters.
I never understood you, Johnny. None of you people. How the hell do you sleep at night?
Go through his clothes and see if there's anything you want for the office.
Here's Hartman's wallet, Johnny. Do you want it?
Why should I?
There's nearly 3,000 D-marks in it.
I don't steal from dead bodies, Roger. Put it back where it came from. We better get moving. Let's get back to the car. I'd like a bath at your place.
Don't you ever get sick of it, Johnny? All the violence.
It isn't all violence. In fact, there's very little violence.
But all the messing about. Finding out how to pressure them, trying to find out if they go after young boys or underage girls. All the perversions. Filth that people get up to.
It isn't always that sort of thing. That's just your nasty mind. Why do you always have to let your heart bleed for the villains?
Is that what they tell you when they're training you?
I didn't need telling. It's my country I'm protecting. A damn good country, the best in the world, in my opinion. You don't keep your freedom if you won't fight for it.
It doesn't worry you, then? The dirty tricks.
I'm not employed to worry, my friend. I've got every faith in the people above me who decide these things. Whatever they give me to do, I do.
And due process of law, that doesn't count for anything, then?
And these sort of things, no. It's just expensive barristers running up the bills. 100,000 quid of the public's money to try and prove that a well-known terrorist really is a terrorist. It would be laughable if it wasn't so serious.
Do you never have any doubts?
The people who give me my assignments are responsible for the security of the country. If they say that's what is needed, I do it, to the very best of my ability.
You'd carry out any order they gave you?
Of course.
Well, say they're wrong sometime and some innocent guy ends up floating in the canal.
Well, that's not for me to decide. I don't know everything they know.
So even if you knew the guy was innocent, you'd knock him off?
If those were my orders, yes. They don't go after innocent men. Why the hell should they?
Well, maybe he's innocent, but they just don't like him, or maybe they're mistaken.
Too bad.
Do you sleep at nights okay?
Like a log.
Oh, they must love you, Johnny.
They respect me. And I respect them. Loyalty counts for a lot. Chaps like you are always full of doubts. Never sort yourself out. You should remember what Cromwell told his men.
What was that?
Know what you fight for, and love what you know.
Sounds ghastly. When are you going back to London?
Have you got a Canadian passport I can use?
United States do?
Okay. In that case, I'll go tomorrow.
Hey, fancy a night out with a couple of pretty girls?
No, thanks.
You still carrying a torch for Mary?
No way.
Let's go eat at the Four Seasons.
Okay, let's do that.
I discovered that the Mary they mentioned was Johnny Rennie's ex-wife. I had the feeling that she might provide a real insight into this man, but that was easier said than done. It took 2 months of seemingly hopeless meetings before she trusted me, and even then she was pretty cautious. You obviously still like him, and that's not how ex-wives usually feel after a divorce.
Was my fault, I suppose.
What happened?
Oh, I was very stupid. Unforgivably stupid. I had a ridiculous affair with a man. In fact, to call it an affair is an exaggeration. I slept with him just once.
But you must have liked the man, or you wouldn't have slept with him.
I didn't, I'm afraid. Well, he was one of those professional charmers. Dimples, wavy hair and a cleft chin. He carried my groceries from the supermarket to my car one day, paid me a few compliments, and well, that's all it should have been. But he was there the next week, quite openly waiting for me. And the next week, I had coffee with him in a restaurant. It became a sort of routine. In the end, I went to bed with him at his place. And afterwards, he talked vaguely about marriage and my little girls. I was horrified. I couldn't get away quickly enough. There are some people who always get found out. I'm one of them.
What happened?
Well, Johnny told me about 3 days later that he knew. I don't know how. But he knew the man's name and more about him than I did.
Was he angry or hurt?
He wasn't either. Just cool and calm, asking me questions. Did I love the man? Did he love me? Was he going to stand by me after the divorce? It was only then that I realised he was going to divorce me.
You didn't feel he was unreasonable?
I suggested we could stay together at arm's length, so to speak, for the girls' sake. It was pointless. I'd broken my vows. I'd committed a marital offence. That was it. It was like arguing with a mathematician about the square and the hypotenuse. He made it sound so inevitable.
So why do you still like him?
Well, it was entirely my fault. I mean, however you look at it, I was stupid and deceitful. Not him. Oh, I had no complaints about him to justify what I did. He was honest, a good husband, and a good father. He was tough and cynical about the rest of the world, but not about me and the girls. He was gentle and kind. All my women friends envied me.
So why did he insist on a divorce?
I let him down. And from then on, I wasn't special for him. The girls, yes. But me, no. I was just part of the world. He still owns the house, but it's mine for £5 a year for the rest of my life. Half his earnings come to me, and he volunteered it as part of the court judgment.
And the girls? What do they think?
Well, he saw them every week. And that was as much as they saw of him before the divorce. They loved him. Well, they still do.
When did you last see him?
I don't talk about that with anyone.
Do you ever hear from him?
Would you like a cup of tea? Or would you prefer coffee?
There were two guys who were obviously important to Renie. One was his immediate boss, Painter, a very senior SIS man, and Fredericks, who was a liaison man between SIS and the Foreign Office. A real Whitehall type, based in the Foreign Office itself.
Fredericks? No, Painter's here with me now. I don't know. 15, 20 minutes, perhaps? Right, yes, I'll tell him. Will you phone Hendricks when we've finished?
Mm-hmm.
Where were we? Yes. Paris and Mason. Have French security been cooperating?
Hard to tell, Freddie. They haven't done anything, but I don't think that's their fault. There's just nothing to go on. Except for the woman who thinks she saw him wave down a taxi, nobody saw a thing.
Is there any significance in the fact that they called Le Figaro rather than Le Monde?
No. We're not even sure they didn't call Le Monde. We don't ask, or it might show that we're worried.
And all they said was what?
They just said, "We've got Mason, And gave the number on his ID card.
And it was said in French?
Yes. The voice analysis said there were Turkish overtones, whatever that means.
If somebody's lifted him, what does he know?
Well, he's been on all sorts of things over the last 5 years. Depends on who's got him as to what he could give them that could be useful.
What was he actually doing in Paris?
Trying to patch up things with his wife. She'd started divorce proceedings against him.
On what grounds?
Irretrievable breakdown of marriage, nothing spectacular.
Has anybody interviewed her?
No. We don't think she even knows he's not around. He wasn't staying with her. He'd taken a room for a couple of weeks.
Has his room been searched thoroughly?
No, we just asked for it to be sealed, and that's what they've done. We didn't want to look too concerned.
Will the French keep it quiet?
Yes, I think they will. I asked my opposite number to put the lid on it. He was very cooperative. Well, they don't like this sort of thing any more than we do. They're not recognizing officially that he's even a missing person. Why? The FO getting the wind up?
I'd say touchy rather than windy. But they're pros. They're used to the ups and downs.
Where will you be tonight?
At the Travellers until about 7, then at home.
Town or country home?
Town. Keep in touch, no matter how little there is. If he's been lifted, we'll hear from them before long. Oh, we better check if we've got any political Turks in jail.
Oh, we have. 7 of them. They're in the scrubs. The governor'd love to see the back of them.
Do you ever get tired of all this, Hugo?
Of what exactly?
The contrast. The smooth diplomats on the surface and the violence underneath it all.
I sometimes wish I was a diplomat instead of what I am.
Do you think the public has any idea of what goes on in their name?
Oh, I don't imagine they think about it for a moment. They've got their mortgages to worry about, the green fly on the roses, the kids' education, and next year's holiday on the Algarve.
Sometimes when Angie's giving one of our routine dinner parties at the flat, I look at them. Ambassadors and first secretaries, MPs and visiting senators and minor dictators. And I'm terribly tempted to say out loud what their governments are really doing. Financing dissidents to stir up trouble, training and arming assassins to murder some politician of a rival party or an unfriendly country, infiltration to destabilize a whole country. And for what? A few years of power or money in a Swiss bank account. Tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of their countrymen killed or starving in some banana republic. And they sit there, Hugo, as smooth as they come. Oh, it doesn't seem credible. They're such bloody hypocrites. All of them. Us included.
Well, maybe you should come back into SIS, Freddie. There's no hypocrisy for us. We do the dirty deeds, and that's the end of it. No philosophizing.
Sometimes I'd like to leave it all and be a monk. In some silent order, preferably.
You'd always be arguing with the abbot. Oh, you need a holiday, Freddie. That's all that's the matter with you. See you tomorrow.
Come in, Hugo, and sit down, do.
Thanks.
The minister's been told. Wanted to know what SIS were doing about it. I told him there was nothing to go on, that it might even be a hoax. Suggested very, very diplomatically that the embassy could keep a watching brief on it. Now, why don't you send somebody over from here? Make it a sort of freelance assignment, never contacts the embassy and plays it very low-key.
I've already told someone to stand by.
Who?
John Rennie.
Isn't there anybody else?
No, not as suitable. You've never given Rennie his due. Why don't you?
Oh, God knows. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, there must be something.
He's such a zombie, Hugo.
What's that mean in Foreign Office semantics?
Inflexible, unimaginative, and a thug.
For inflexible, read patriotic. For unimaginative, loyal. And for thug, well, it's thugs he has to deal with most of the time.
But he's so right-wing. He's virtually a fascist.
Nonsense. Rennie isn't interested in any kind of politics, not even vaguely. You know, we've all sworn and signed to protect Queen and country from their enemies. Well, the only thing you don't like about him is that he actually means it. Every word of it.
He's so bloody naive.
No, just loyal. Oh, maybe a little too black and white in his judgments, but he's utterly dependable. And that's more than you can say for some of your Foreign Office friends.
Oh, God, don't let's go over Burgess and McLean again.
Oh, I don't mean them. I mean some of your contemporaries. Oh, very sophisticated, very intellectual, and I wouldn't trust them an inch.
Oh, you're quite right, of course. We're just swapping prejudices. I guess what I'm looking for doesn't exist.
Well, with those complex, searching minds, they'll never be totally committed. Renie knows what he's doing, and he does it well. I wish I'd more like him. I'd sleep a lot better o' nights.
Oh, what a funny world. When did it all start getting out of hand?
I think when they killed Jack Kennedy. It was like some kind of signal to the whole world that if that was possible, then anything was possible. It was a sort of a benchmark.
Cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war. Let's have a drink.
Come in. Ah, Johnny. Sit down. Well, have you looked through Mason's P-file?
Yes.
What do you think?
She's obviously a tart, and he's crazy to be running after her.
Then why do you think he's gone missing?
If it wasn't for the message to the newspaper, I'd have said he's just gone off to lick the wounds from his marriage. The message doesn't tell us a thing, but giving his ID number could be significant.
Well, I think you'd better go to Paris and see what you can find out. Maybe that stupid little bitch of his can give you a clue.
I'll go over this afternoon. Can you clear some money and tickets for me from facilities in the next hour?
Right. And keep in touch.
Mason was an SIS field officer, and the girl they called a tart was Mason's wife, Fleur Mason. She was 26 and very, very pretty. A French girl who married Mason without any idea of what he did for a living.
Mrs. Mason?
Who are you?
A colleague of your husband, Mrs. Mason. Could I speak to you for a few moments?
There is no point. I won't change my mind. I told Ariza.
It's not about your domestic problems, Mrs. Mason.
I don't understand.
I'm trying to contact him. I think you could help.
You'd better come in.
Thank you.
Do sit down, please. What is it you want?
My name's Renie, Mrs. Mason. John Rennie. As I said, I'm a colleague of Harry's, and I'm trying to contact him.
He doesn't live here. He's got a room somewhere near the Gare du Nord.
Yes, I've been there, but he's not there.
Or maybe he was asleep or shopping or something.
When did you see him last?
It was nearly 2 weeks ago.
Did he seem okay?
Do you know him well?
Well, I used to. I haven't seen him for a couple of years.
He was upset because of our situation.
The divorce proceedings?
Yes.
How upset was he?
He was very upset. You said you were a colleague of his. Does that mean you do the same kind of work that he does?
Tell me what you think he does.
He always says he works for the Foreign Office, the English Foreign Office, but I think it is more than that.
In what way more?
I think he did secret work.
What makes you think that?
He was always leaving me, going off suddenly. Sometimes I didn't hear from him for weeks. He brought me back things from foreign places. He was away more than he was with me. And when he confronted me about going out with other men, it was obvious that I had been watched very carefully. He knew so much.
Did he threaten you?
Yes. He said he would kill me if I left him.
Did you mention a threat to any of your men friends?
No.
Would you mind telling me why you wanted a divorce?
He put his job before me. He left me alone for weeks on end. I was lonely, so I went out with other people.
Maybe Harry was lonely too, wishing he was with you.
He could have changed his job and been with me every day. He preferred his job to me.
In our kind of job, we have no choice but to go off at a moment's notice. We can't tell our wives or friends where we are going or what we are doing. It isn't just Harry.
He could have another job. He's got a degree?
It's not just a job, Mrs. Mason. It's a calling. A bit like a priest, I suppose.
Maybe, but priests don't marry.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
The men you went around with, were they all Frenchmen?
All except one.
What nationality was he?
He was an Arab. But I don't know which Arab country he came from.
Can you remember his name?
His first name was Kalim. I don't know his other name.
What was he like? Was he a tough sort of fellow?
No. He was charming. Very attractive. Very wealthy. And he was here on a visit. Not at all tough. He was well educated. I think he had been to Cambridge or Oxford. He spoke perfect English and French.
Thanks for your help, Mrs. Mason.
What do you think's happened to him?
I don't know. That's what I've got to find out.
When an SIS field officer goes missing and they've got no idea why, it's not easy to know where to start looking. But after Renie had talked with Mason's wife, some instinct of training or experience made him feel that he needed to know more about the men she'd been going around with. He wasn't sure why, but he knew that he needed to know more.
British Embassy, can I help you?
Mr. Humphreys, please.
One moment.
Humphreys?
It's Renie, Derek. Can we meet?
Are you in Paris?
Yes.
Where are you staying?
In Mason's old room.
I can be there in half an hour.
Thanks. See you. Who did the surveillance on Mason's wife?
I did.
And when was all this done?
8, 9 months ago, roughly. I don't remember.
Who initiated it?
Painter. He was worried about a wife getting mixed up with the wrong people.
Was she?
Well, they weren't political, if that's what you mean. Just socialites. The French equivalent of Sloane Rangers, but older. Her family's got plenty of money.
Were they all French?
So far as I can remember.
I thought there was an Arab as well.
Not that I came across, anyway.
What kind of places did these guys take her to?
Oh, God. From 4-star to the gutter. London raised hell about my expenses.
I'd like to look over one or two of them. Could you spare the time to come with me? My French is terrible.
I'm okay for the next week, but after that we've got a security audit at the embassy and I'll be on the hop all the time.
Well, how about tonight? I've got a list of the places.
Okay.
Another drink?
No, thanks. I'll get back and close down. I'll call for you here about 9.
The immigration people will have records of foreigners entering the country. She said the Arab was just visiting. Could you get a look at the records for this period? Just the visitors from Arab countries. They're probably categorized.
I don't have any contact with immigration. The embassy's bound to, but they'll be very sticky. They like to pretend I don't exist.
How about the Deuxième Bureau?
I'd stand a better chance there, especially if I could offer a trade.
See what you can do tomorrow.
Okay, I'll try.
Right, let's get out of this dump. Hello, Derek. Come in. Take a seat. Any luck?
Think so. I've made some notes. They wouldn't cooperate unless I told them the name I was looking for. Said they wouldn't cooperate if it was just a fishing expedition. I gave them a description. What Mason's wife had told you. Wealthy, handsome and all that. And when I said his first name was Kalim, they said they knew who I meant.
Oh, well done. Tell me what you've got.
Kalim Abu Said, 43 years old, born in Jerusalem, now living in Amsterdam, describes himself as a merchant, net worth unknown, but certainly a multimillionaire. Was at Oxford, Balliol, and 2 years at the London School of Economics, firsts in everything, and played tennis for his college. Married, with 2 children, a boy and a girl, has some sort of diplomatic status as semi-official consul for several Arab states, including Libya. Has diplomatic passports for Saudi Arabia and, believe it or not, the USA. That's about it, Johnny.
Well, it's a good lead. Thanks. Did they squeeze you for anything?
No, not a thing. I've got the feeling they knew why we were looking for Kalim Said. When I was leaving, the guy smiled and said, "Let us know what happens."
Thanks for your help. I'll be leaving tomorrow.
Hello?
Is that Fleur Mason?
Yes? Who is that?
It's John Rennie, Mrs. Mason. We talked a couple of days ago. I'm leaving Paris today, but I'd be grateful for 5 minutes of your time. When could I see you?
Is it about my husband?
Only very indirectly. I could be with you in 15 minutes.
I suppose that's okay.
Thank you. I'll see you in 1/4 hour. The other day you told me that your husband threatened to kill you if you left him. You said you half believed him. What did you mean?
As a man, I didn't think that he would kill me, not even in his anger and depression, but because of his work, I wondered if I might be mistaken.
Do you still have any affection for him?
Affection, yes. Love, no. He was a very nice man in many ways.
Would you be upset if something happened to him?
I don't understand. Is he ill?
No, but I think he might be in some danger.
From to do with his job?
Possibly. I'm trying to find out. I very much need your help.
How on earth can I help?
Would you answer me 2 questions, absolutely truthfully? Personal questions.
Of course.
The Arab you mentioned, Kalim. Did you sleep with him?
I slept with him twice.
Did you talk about your husband and the divorce?
Only in passing. He asked if I was married, and I told him of the divorce.
Did you tell him why you were divorcing Harry?
A little.
Please tell me. It's very important.
I told him the facts, the truth.
What did he say?
He seemed sympathetic to Harry. Said that men in that kind of work had to make sacrifices for their cause, for their country.
Did he ask any more about Harry's job?
Oh, just how long he does it, where we lived in London, just gossip.
Did Kalim say where he lived?
No, but he said he was just a visitor to Paris.
He hasn't contacted you since?
No.
Oh, thanks for your help. I won't trouble you again.
What has happened to him? To Harry?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
I sent a signal to our chaps in most of the Arab capitals, Johnny. And your Harim Abu Said is what he appears to be. A millionaire many times over, a respected figure, and he has semi-diplomatic status. Anyway, there's nothing to go on, just that he slept with Mason's wife.
And he asked about Mason's job.
Oh, that could be just the usual flannel, trying to look interested in the girl before he got her into bed.
Or confirming what he already knew about Mason.
You're clutching at straws.
Well, he's the only straw we've got.
Why are you so keen?
It's just instinct and experience.
Well, let's wait a couple of days. If we don't hear anything by then, you can go over to Amsterdam and check him out. At least he'd be eliminated. Where are you going to be over the rest of the weekend?
Oh, I'll be at the flat. The girls are with me for the weekend.
Right. I'll contact you if anything comes in. Oh, yes, Collins in admin wants to see you to go over your Paris expenses. But leave that till Monday if you want.
It's time, girls. Now, come on. Get undressed and I'll come in and say goodnight.
Daddy, will you read to us just a little bit?
Well, if you're quick, I will. And don't forget to do your teeth.
I forgot my toothbrush. Can I use yours?
No, that's unhygienic. You give them an extra clean when you get back home. Right. Who's going to choose?
It's my turn.
What do you want, sweetie?
I want Bed in Summer by Robert Louis Stevenson. The book's on the little table there.
In winter I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it not seem hard to you, when all the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play, to have to go to bed by day?
Beth told me to ask you something.
Huh? Well, why don't you ask me yourself, Beth?
Well, she was scared to. She said you wouldn't be cross if I asked you.
Okay, ask me.
Why aren't you at home with us anymore? We miss you. We both do, don't we, Beth?
Very much.
What did your mother tell you?
She just said you'd had a disagreement and to ask you if we wanted to know more.
Well, when people get married, they make some promises. Your mother didn't keep one of them.
Mama always keeps her promises. She's a very nice mother.
Oh, of course she is the very best. Anyway, don't worry about us. We're okay and we both love you. All the love there is. Night-night.
Good
night,
Daddy.
Here we are, girls. And there's Mama waiting for us.
We had a lovely time, Mummy. Yes, it was great.
Oh, run on in, girls. Tea's already laid.
Thank you, Daddy.
We had a great time, Daddy.
Oh.
Johnny, a man phoned. Said he'd been trying to contact you. Would you ring him right away?
Oh, what's his name?
I think it was Payne or Painter. I've written it out, and his telephone number. It's here on the pad.
Do you mind if I use your phone?
Of course not. Do you want to pay off the taxi?
Well, I'll see what Painter wants. I might need the taxi.
Painter here.
It's Johnny, Hugo. I got your message to phone you.
They've been in touch, Johnny. They've got it. They even knew my unlisted phone number.
Who are they?
Can you come round to my place now?
Yes, I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Right. I'll be waiting for you. They called me up from a payphone, and it looks as if you could be right. They said they'd got Mason. They want us to release the 7 men we've got in jail. They're all Arabs, known terrorists. They've given us 2 weeks to agree a deal. Oh, here, Johnny.
Thanks. Did they say who they were?
Yes. The man said he was speaking on behalf of El Jihad El Islami, which means the Holy Islamic War, and it's an Iranian group sponsored by the Ayatollahs.
Well, why do they give us so long? 14 days? Kidnappers usually want a decision inside a couple of days.
Yes, well, I think they want something else apart from the release of the terrorists. In fact, I'm not sure they're all that interested in our releasing their mates.
And what else do they want?
Well, they've got hold of some Israeli equipment which they don't know how to use, so they want us to train them.
What kind of equipment?
Oh, electronic surveillance, battlefield stuff, jamming and intercept equipment. But their main problem is a remotely piloted plane, Israeli-made, called Mastiff. Not the latest Israeli RPV, but could be useful to the Arab terrorists.
Are these people PLO?
No, but probably backed by the Syrians who control what's left of the PLO. We don't have much on them in the files.
Well, can we do what they want?
Yes, but if the Israelis found out we've been training Arab terrorists to use Israeli equipment against them, they'd raise hell all over the place, including Washington.
And if we don't do what they want, they bury Mason.
No, more than that. Apparently they're making Mason write out all his assignments over the last 5 years. And if we don't play ball, it'll be sent to the press. Here, Europe, and the States.
So we just deny them. Say they're fakes. Hitler's diary stuff.
Not if they've still got Mason. They could offer the press interviews with him.
So, what have the brass decided?
Well, we'll go through the motions of playing ball. At least it's going to take time that we can be using for our own purposes. The equipment isn't British-made, so we need to check it out. Go wherever it's being kept, probably in the Lebanon. And we'll have to look it over before it can be used. So, we can spin the time out for weeks.
How do we contact these people?
The usual story. Don't phone us, we'll phone you. Yes, there's one other thing. I phoned Lambert in Amsterdam. He called me back about an hour ago. Now, your friend, Harim Said, was reported to have been in Tehran a month ago and went to Damascus on the way back.
Have you put Lambert in the picture?
No. I want you to deal with it.
Oh, why not Lambert?
Several reasons. He doesn't come under me. Secondly, he's a desk type, not one of us. And thirdly, Mason's one of our men. It's up to us to get him out.
Are these people going to leak it to the media?
No. They threatened to kill Mason if we told the press.
Oh, why should they do that?
I'd say they want that equipment in service for some future operation that's only in the planning stage.
What do you want me to do?
Well, find out where they're holding him and get him back.
And what resources do I get?
Anything you want, within reason, money, men, equipment. Say what you want, it's yours. But until you know more, keep it very low-key. When you do have to move, then be as discreet as you can, short of risking losing him.
I'll need to do some background checking before I go over.
Mm-hmm. Where will you start?
With Kalim Said.
British Consul at Amsterdam. Which section, please?
Mr. Lambert, please.
Peter Lambert?
John Rennie, Peter. I'd like to see you.
I'm not in London for a month or so, Johnny.
I'm in Amsterdam.
Oh. When did you get in?
A couple of days ago.
Where shall we meet?
Well, how about the coffee place at Deepening?
Okay. When?
Oh, I can be there in 10 minutes. How about you?
You don't waste time, do you? See you then.
Where are you holed up, Johnny?
I've taken a flat in Prinsengracht.
Posh, eh?
Well, it is rather nice. I might need room to put a few of our people up.
Am I allowed to ask you what you're up to?
Well, there's two things you could help me with.
Sounds ominous. What are they?
Painter asked you about an Arab who lives here in Amsterdam. Kalim Said. I want somebody who can get me alongside him without drawing attention to me.
What's the other thing you want?
I want to trace a chap called Branders. I know he lives in Amsterdam, but I've no idea where.
What do you know about him?
He's a Surinamese. Came over here after the coup. He was one of my informers when I was in Suriname. Whatever he's doing will be illegal and profitable.
There's a lot of Branders in Amsterdam. Do you mean Jan Branders by any chance?
Yeah. Do you know him?
Was he given some kind of payoff by us when he came over here?
Well, it's highly likely he deserved it.
I had to do the negotiating. I've never seen him since, but his name crops up from time to time. And you're right, of course. He's in drugs, vice, and all the rest of it. He lives in the red light district, one of the alleyways between the canals. Give me a phone number. I'll phone you his address when I get back.
Do you still use him?
No way.
What about the contact with Kalim Said?
There's a girl, woman, Adele Palmer. Her old man was SIS. He retired a few years back. I drew up a list of the Arab's contacts after Painter asked me about him. I know her well, and it seems she's a close friend of the Said family. I'll have a word with her. But she'll want some assurance that the contacts are above board and not to Kalim Said's disadvantage.
I'm sure you can satisfy her, Peter, on that score.
How about you satisfying me?
I wouldn't try. And we're both in the business. I need the contact one way or another.
I'll see what I can do. She runs a small art gallery, by the way. An interesting lady.
Hello, Jan.
Who are you? She is. Johnny. Johnny Rennie. What you doing in Amsterdam?
How about you ask me?
Okay. You're not playing games with police.
Don't be silly. My, Jan. You must be doing well. It's quite a place you've got here.
If you want to talk about drugs, it's better you forget it.
I don't. I want to talk about a man. An Arab.
There's no Arabs down these parts. I doubt if there are any in the whole city.
And what about drugs from Iran and Afghanistan and Pakistan?
When the drugs get here, they have nobody but us.
There is an Arab in Amsterdam. He lives in a place on the Nieuwe Lilienstraat. His name's in the telephone book. Kalim Said. I want to find out about him.
What you want to find out?
Anything. Everything. And I want a room on the canals here where nobody knows who I am and nobody cares.
You still with the same old mob, Johnny?
Yes.
That why you're here?
Yes.
Tell me about your Arab. Got photo of him?
No.
How much you pay for this?
Oh, just for a basic information and background, say 200 guilder to start.
Why you want a room in the red light district?
Well, I want somewhere I can use that nobody knows about.
You mean police?
I mean everybody.
Okay. I've got a couple of rooms in Warmoestraat. Is in edge of red light area, but not inside. Inside is not possible. You know Warmoestraat?
Mm-hmm.
Is where you come over the old bridge from the Damrak. There's a police station down the street. You won't see it now?
Well, if it's not too late for you. You look a bit tired.
Come on, let's go.
I actually went to see that room. The district itself, well, it was Amsterdam's red light district. But despite that, the medieval houses are still very beautiful. At least on the outside. This particular house was beautiful from the outside. But the room itself was incredibly depressing. Somebody had had a go at cleaning it up a bit. But it was still a dilapidated room with a plasterboard partition for a cramped bed and a few sticks of ramshackle furniture.
Is it okay for you, Johnny?
Well, it's not the Ritz, but it's fine, Jan. How much?
Give me 600 guilder, and it's yours for 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Can I pay you in sterling?
Anything except pesetas.
Are you sure that's enough?
I tell you if I need more sometime. You gonna live here?
No. I'll just be here from time to time. I've got a place on the Prinsengracht.
1 key for a street, 1 key for door here.
Mm-hmm. How can I contact you?
Go to my place. Ring bell 3 short and 1 long time. If I don't come down, you go away.
Mm-hmm. Can you have a meal with me tomorrow?
Okay. What time and where?
12, midday. You say where?
Okay. 12 at restaurant Schiller at Rembrandt's Plan. You know it?
I'll find it.
Did you enjoy your meal?
It was fine, thank you.
Coffee, sir?
Coffee, yeah?
Okay, no milk, no sugar.
Very good, sir.
You're Arab. His age is 43. Like you say, he's very rich. All his business is big contracts, government contracts. Engineering, construction, hospitals, hotels, cars, tractors.
Mm-hmm.
He gets piece of action from both sides, all legal and in writing. His wife is Italian girl from Milan, 27 years old, very, very pretty, named Gabriella. 2 childs, boy about 7, girl maybe 4 or 5. Plenty of friends, but not many people at the house. 2 servants. 1 Dutch woman for wife and child, an Indian woman for house.
Any contact with terrorists?
Would take time to find that out. He don't look like that sort of guy.
There's a group of Arabs holding one of our men. I want to get him back.
You mean they kidnap him?
Yes.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks.
If they did that, they'll do a deal, Johnny. They'll want the money to fund their operations.
They don't want money, Jan. They've already said what they want.
What is it?
I can't tell you, but we don't want to go along with it. I've got to get our guy back as soon as possible.
You got people to help you?
Well, they'll come over when I want them.
How much you pay for some help?
Tell me what you want.
You think I forget you saved my life? Yes.
That was a long time ago, Jan. Forget it.
I never forget, my friend. Maybe other men would have got me out, but they would want in return money, drugs. They want something. And I would have paid, being glad to pay. You ask me nothing. In fact, you give me £100 to give me a start. With your money, I buy drugs. I make nice profit. I help you any way you want. I have not forgot what you did for me. So, what you want me to do next?
Oh, can you have the Arab watched? I want a pattern of his day, where he goes, what the family does, what kind of protection does he have at the house.
You're going in after him?
Not if there's some other way.
He don't look like terrorist to me.
Oh, maybe he isn't, but he could be the go-between.
Okay. Give me your address in Prinsengracht. I not come myself. I send somebody who looks better.
How long do you need?
1 day, maybe 2 to make sure. When you in the rooms in Warmstraat, you put a white chalk cross on the wooden sign by the door.
Mm-hmm.
When you leave, you wipe off.
Right.
How you wife these days?
Well, divorced, Jan. About a year ago.
If you want a girl, you tell me. No problem.
Thanks.
I'm guessing that you're English. Please look around. The prices are on the little white stars on the frames.
Are you Adele Palmer?
Yes.
I'm John Rennie.
Please feel free to look around, Mr. Rennie.
Mr. Lambert at the consulate said he mentioned my name to you.
Of course. How silly of me. It didn't register. Peter Lambert said you wanted an introduction to a friend of mine.
I'd be much obliged if you could do that.
Halim Said is a special friend of mine. His family, too.
You don't need to worry, Miss Palmer. I only want to get an impression of the man. Do you see them often?
Most days I pop in for an hour or so in the evening.
Well, perhaps I could take you to dinner. Could be a friend of yours from England, and we drop in to see them after we've eaten.
Let me phone and see if they'll be in tonight. Have a look at the pictures.
Thanks.
Gabriella says, why don't we eat with them tonight?
Oh, that's fine. What time shall I call for you?
About 8 o'clock?
Of course.
And although he didn't know it, that mild and amiable conversation was going to change a lot of people's lives. Adele Palmer took Renie to meet Halim Said and his wife Gabriella. What a strange meeting that must have been. Renie encountering for the first time the man he was sure was connected with the kidnapping of Mason, the British Secret Service man.
I know it's terribly bad manners to ask, Mr. Rennie, but I'm curious. What do you do?
Yes, Mr. Rennie. I too am curious.
Guess.
Oh.
If I didn't know already that you are a civilian, I would have said that you were a soldier.
Oh, why that?
You look foursquare on the world from those brown eyes of yours, and there is something about your mouth that says you are used to giving orders and having them obeyed. I see no doubts in your face. It's an honest face, but a cautious face.
How observant.
And now tell me that you are a poet who writes of love and stars in the evening sky.
Well, I served in the army a long time ago, but I'm not a professional soldier. I work for a firm of solicitors in London.
I'm surprised. Very surprised. Do you defend people or prosecute them?
Neither. I'm an investigator.
An investigator? How interesting. Tell me, why do solicitors need investigators?
Well, most solicitors use freelance investigators. The firm that I work for is quite large, so it's more economical to employ someone full-time.
And what do you investigate?
Documents, relationships, suspected fraud, missing persons, stolen valuables. Anything and everything.
It must be very satisfactory to help the innocent. But what if you suspect your company's client is guilty?
My company's clients are never guilty.
What are you looking for in Amsterdam, may I ask?
Well, I'm afraid I can't say very much. It's a missing person. A girl.
How sad that a daughter should leave her home and family. But we live in a time of turmoil. As if the whole world is simmering like a cauldron on a fire.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Said?
Halim, please. Of course.
Where did you learn such perfect English?
I went to university in England and business school in the USA. My American friends say it's a genuine Oxford accent, and my English friends say it's obviously Bostonian. It's a language I love. It's like Arabic in a way, gentle and descriptive, made for poets and storytellers. Tell me, what is an Arab? How do you define it, Adele?
Someone who believes in Mohammed. A Muslim. Or is it a Muslim?
Well, there are Christian Arabs and Jewish Arabs. Your definition, Mr. Rennie?
People who live in an Arab country.
Would you say Israel was an Arab country? I was born there.
I imagine that you see it as still an Arab country.
I do. And it is, of course. My family have been there for at least 300 years. Until the British gave our land and our homes to the Jews to salve their consciences about the gas chambers.
But the Arabs could have stayed.
So why am I here? Why aren't I in Jerusalem, in the home where I was born?
Don't get upset, Halim. Let's forget it. Let's talk about art or music, anything but that.
It has to be said, Gabriella. It was done. It is part of history. My father was a judge, a Gadi. We had a big house, several hundred acres of orange and lemon groves, bought and paid for by my grandfather and his father. We had Jews in Palestine long before the Mandate and long before the UN gave our land to the Jews. But there were at least 2 Palestinians for every Jew. The Jews were a minority in an Arab land.
Halim, you're the expert, but doesn't it just depend on how far back in history you go as to who it belonged to?
I don't think anyone would claim that Palestine wasn't an Arab country in 1948, and in 1948 Palestine was partitioned and part became Israel. No Palestinian was asked if he agreed. It was just done. Palestine was not just colonized. 600,000 Palestinians were evicted from their homes. There was no compensation. We were evicted and looted by force, against our will and against all natural justice. My father counseled calmness and restraint. 2 years later, he was shot in the gardens of our home. So was my mother. My sister was already in Damascus. In one day, they wiped out my family's history with guns and hatred.
Let me play you something, Halim. And then John and I will have to go. It is getting late.
Ik kom uit Jan Brandes.
What?
Ik kom uit Jan Brandes.
I don't understand.
You come with me to Jan.
Where is Jan?
He wait for you in car. I take you? In black car. There. He wait for you.
Right. What is it, Jan?
I got problems and you got problems.
What's my problem?
Your problem is I got problem.
I'm tired, Jan. Let's get on with it.
Here is report on what Said family do. Like you asked, it's from inside, all correct.
Thanks. Is that the problem?
No, my friend. It's difficult to tell you of problem.
Why?
I think I know who got your man.
Where is he?
Slow. I said who got him, not where he is.
So who's got him?
Is one Arab, his boss. But same like you, they come to Surinamese for help.
Tell me more.
Surinamese is my countryman old friend. You want for me to get them into jail?
Just tell me where he is and leave it to me. There's no question of jail.
I told you I don't know where he is. All I know is one Arab and 4 or 5 Surinamese got a white man as a prisoner.
How did you find this out?
I sent word out. It came back to me.
Do you think it's true?
Nobody tell lie to me, Johnny. It's better dead they do that.
Is he in Amsterdam?
No.
In Holland?
Yes.
What else do you know?
I know they have him on a boat, and that's all I know.
Can you find out more?
I don't think so. Maybe money would work, but I don't think so. If my man say more, they kill him for sure.
So why did he tell you this much?
He owe me plenty from way back. I make him talk. He's scared of me, but much more he's scared of the Arab and the others.
How does he know what he knows?
The Surinamese on boat are addicts, heroin and opium. My man is their supplier.
Can I talk with your man?
No, definitely no, never.
Well, thank you, Jan, for what you've told me, and for the report. If you hear any more that you feel you can tell me, I'd be very grateful for your help.
You think I know more than I tell you, don't you?
Yes.
If I hear more, I contact you. If you get in trouble, use my name.
Thanks for your help, Jan.
It's okay.
Renie.
Painter, Johnny. I'm booked in at the Amstel. How about coming over?
I'll be an hour yet. You booked in your name?
Of course.
I'll see you later.
Sir?
Mr. Painter, please.
Room 329, sir. He's expecting you. The lift's on the left.
Thanks.
Come in, Johnny. Sit yourself down. Well, now, I know you've only had a few days, but how are things going?
I've met Kalim Said and his wife, and I can confirm that Mason has been held in Holland. He's on a boat. There's an Arab in charge, and the others are Surinamese.
You've not been wasting time, have you? How'd you get on to Mason?
An old contact, a Surinamese.
Yes. Is this the chap you raised hell about way back when you wanted to get him out?
And that's the one.
Well, my news is not so startling, but it's useful. We sent 2 ordnance and electronics chaps out to Damascus, and they were taken down to a place called Riyadh in the Bekaa Valley, just over the Syrian border in Lebanon. Now, we don't really know who we're dealing with, but it's a mixed bag of Syrians and Libyans. They've got their own electronics guy watching our chaps like a hawk, but he has no experience of anything so sophisticated as this. They've offered our chaps money, girls, the lot, all on the side, Swiss bank accounts and all the trimmings, and we've told them to look cooperative, within reason. But there's 2 snags. The first is that our communication with our two fellows is pretty tenuous. And secondly, we suspect we can't trust either the Syrians or the Libyans to keep the bargain.
And why didn't the Arabs get the Russians to fix the equipment?
Probably don't want them to know they've got it.
How important is it to the Arabs, the equipment?
Oh, very important. It could help them give the Israeli ground forces a real beating.
What does it do?
Well, you know me, Johnny, hardly fix a fuse. But from what they tell me, they can shuffle these things around just on a lorry. See, it's a pilotless plane. Now, they launch the bloody thing on a battlefront, and it sends back high-resolution TV pictures covering 16 square miles. Shows everything on the ground. You can guide it where you want it and bring it back. Well, the Israeli ground forces have always relied on surprise, and they'd be sitting ducks for the Syrians if they had this little gadget.
And if our guys fix this, will they release Mason, do you think?
Well, one of the technicians we sent speaks Arabic, and we think he's trying to hint that they're just using us. Unfortunately, the Arabs are deliberately using a dialect where he can only get a rough idea of what they're saying to one another. I wouldn't trust the bastards themselves.
So we have to operate here like they aren't going to deliver?
Looks like it. So maybe I'll know more in the next few days. But you'd better have a contingency plan in mind as a last resort.
And Said is definitely involved?
Oh, sure. All the messages from the Arabs come back through him. He contacts us daily. I generally speak to him myself. He's smooth, charming, and amiable. Tries to give the impression that it's all something he'd rather have no hand in. About this sort of caper. Doesn't stop him from putting on all the pressure he can, though. Was terribly hurt and indignant when I asked him if his friends in the Lebanon were to be trusted to keep their part of the bargain.
Oh, I guess he genuinely doesn't like it all that much. He's the wrong type for this kind of business.
Well, the fact is he does it. And it's facts that count in my book. Oh, yes. Got some mail for you. There you are.
Thanks.
Now, anything else you want while I'm over here?
No, not at the moment.
When I walked over the bridge from the dam rack to see John Rennie's sleazy room, I realized as I turned into the narrow street that was where he had first met the girl. She was one of 20 or so squatters being moved out of a basement by the police just after midnight.
Ow! Leave me alone! Don't you dare touch me! You tell those pigs to leave me alone!
Can I help, officer? I'm afraid I can't speak Dutch. Has she committed some offence?
Have orders from the court to evict the squatters. We can't let her go back into the house again.
Well, let me talk to her. I'll see she doesn't go back in.
Are you a tourist, meneer?
No. I live over there, officer. I've got rooms in that house.
If she is here in 1 hour, she will be arrested. She is not safe in the streets at this hour.
I'll look after her.
It's up to you. But you must warn her, or she will be taken as a vagrant. The others have gone already.
Are you English? American?
Just leave me alone.
Oh, you heard what he said. He'll pick you up if you stay here.
So what?
Have you eaten? Come on. Stand up. I live in that house there. Come and have a coffee and a sandwich. It's cold, but it's okay. Cheese, bread, sausage. It's only instant coffee, but it'll warm you up. Where do you live?
Nowhere.
And what does that mean?
I don't live anywhere. I just bum around.
And where are you from?
Are you English?
Yes.
I nearly went to London instead of this place. But London sounds even grimmer.
Oh, now look, girl, it's nearly 2 a.m. There's a bed in the next room. I'll fix myself up out here. You get some sleep, and then you can decide what you want to do.
What's your name?
Johnny.
Okay. But I got some bad news for you, Johnny. I don't screw just for a bed.
There's a key in the bedroom door, honey. It works just as well from the inside. What's your name?
Joanna. Joanna de Vries.
You speak very good English.
I'm not Dutch. I'm American. My grandparents were Dutch.
Ah. How old are you?
20.
Are you on holiday here?
Mm-mm. I live here.
What do you do?
I don't understand.
What's your job?
I don't have a work permit.
Well, how do you get by for food and things?
I share with other squatters. I got some savings. Not much. But I manage.
What about you home, back in the States?
They don't want me. My father, he threw me out.
What are you planning to do today?
I don't know. I'll go looking for the squatters. They'll have found some place by now.
Are they friends of yours?
No, they're just squatters.
Are you on drugs, Joanna?
Only pot. Can't afford the real stuff.
I shan't be using my rooms for a couple of days. Would you like to stay here and rest up for a bit?
I can't pay. There's not enough for that.
No, you don't have to pay. There's food and a bed. Just help yourself.
I'm no good in bed if that's what you want. They all say that.
Just clear up the place a bit for me, that's all. And you don't have to do that unless you want to. Those are spares. Big ones for the street door. I'm not sure when I'll be back. 2, maybe 3 days. If you go, leave the keys on the table. Take care of yourself. I'll see you.
From what I'd picked up from other people, I guessed that Renie had seen in the first few minutes that the girl was on drugs. I wondered why he'd bothered with her. Being a journalist and cynical, I guessed he'd seen her as giving some substance to his story of looking for a missing girl. I found him a difficult man to assess. His wife had said he was kind before they split up, but he didn't seem much like the Good Samaritan to me. More like the avenging angel.
Fine art gallery.
Hello, Adele. It's John Rennie. I wondered if I could take you to dinner tonight.
Oh, Johnny, I've got a private show at the gallery tonight. Or why don't you come over? Halim and Gabriella will be here.
Oh, thanks for the invitation. What time shall I come?
Well, the evening starts at 6:30 and goes on until 9. Come whenever you like.
I'll come about 8.
Okay, I must rush. See you.
Bye.
We are taking Adele home for dinner, Johnny. Why don't you come with her? We're leaving now, and you could bring her round when the show closes.
Oh, that's kind of you, Colleen. I should enjoy that.
Oh, quite a nice crowd tonight.
Yes.
Are you married, Johnny?
Divorced.
Any children?
2 daughters.
How old are they?
Around about the same age as Kaleem's kids.
Do you see them at all?
Most weekends.
Do you miss them when you're away?
I never spent time regretting things that can't be changed. Only fools do that.
Fools and women.
But Arabic script is a kind of art, Halim, isn't it? Not just words.
For us Arabs, the word is everything. And that beautiful script is part of the word. Just 12 basic shapes and a few dots, and there is art as well as communication. That's what we have from the Quran. The Quran is the word. It rules all good Muslims' lives. It's our rock. Do words mean a lot to you, Johnny?
Not like they do to you.
But think of the influence that English words have had on the whole world.
Like what?
You don't have to be a Christian to appreciate the wisdom of the Bible. Think of the Sermon on the Mount. Nobody has ever said in so few words and more beautifully how a man should live.
Do you really believe that the meek will inherit the earth?
He's got you there, Halim.
No. You cannot take just one precept and criticize it. Take the big conflict in the world today. communism and Christianity. If you read the words, there is almost no difference between them. They would both work, but nobody tries to make them work. The Russians are not communists and the West are not Christians. If it were not for people, either belief would work.
And what about the Jews and the Arabs? The Talmud and the Quran?
No, please, no more. It's all been said so many times, but nobody listens.
Just one more sentence, Gabriella, my love. The last word, privilege of a host. You have to remember something. The Quran is the Old Testament, not the New. The Jews spread all over the world, the Arabs stayed in their own lands. Then our lands were taken from us by the UN and given to the Jews. What we fight for now is justice. The West has pushed us back to the old laws, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
There's a point beyond which you don't go. A line you don't cross.
What point, Johnny? What line?
Killing innocent women and children. Assassinating people just to get a headline in some crummy newspaper.
We shan't solve the problem tonight, Johnny.
It's a mad world we've all made. I saw a musical in London years ago called Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. I would like that. To stop the world for a week so that we can all think again about what we want.
What do you want, Kalim?
I would like it to be evening. The sun just going down. To walk in a garden with Gabriella and our 2 children and say to them, pick an orange off one of these trees as I did when I was a child, as my father did, and his father, and all the way back, in this same garden where I belong and you belong. Is that asking too much? Or should my home stay as it is now, occupied by an Israeli anti-riot squad? I love that place, Johnny. It's where I belong. Adele, give me your cure for being sad. Play me some music. Be like David in the Bible playing to calm King Saul.
I'd be happy to.
J'attendrai le jour et la nuit, j'attendrai toujours ton retour. J'attendrai qu'à l'oiseau qui s'enfuit vient chercher l'oubli dans son nid. Le temps passé court en battant tristement dans mon cœur plus lourd. Et pourtant j'attendrai ton retour.
Yes?
It's Painter, Johnny. What about the situation at your end?
Well, nothing's happening that's visible. But I've got a feeling it's coming to the boil pretty soon.
What makes you think that?
Just instinct, I guess.
And what are you hoping for?
All I want to know is where they've got him. Once I know that, I'm in the poker game. Right now, I'm just watching everybody else play their cards.
Well, don't do anything rash.
What's that mean?
Don't do anything that brings it out in the open, Johnny, for God's sake. This is a damage limitation operation. Anything else would be a disaster, and we'd all go down the Swanee. You first.
While Renie was waiting for Mason's kidnappers to make their next move, he went to the room in the red light district every day, taking different routes and timing them carefully. He sat and talked with the girl for an hour or so most days. She talked about her family. Her father sounded to Renie something of a tyrant, but her mother and sister seemed normal enough. She didn't try to blame her father or anyone else for her wayward behavior. And Renie, who was used to assessing people, probably saw from the start that there was quite a strong character under the hippie front. With hindsight, I suspect that he saw something of his young daughters in Joanna de Vries, especially young Mary. The same blue eyes and the same impetuosity.
I saw you come in, Johnny. It's nice to see you.
What have you been using?
I don't understand.
You do, Joanna. You don't get eyes like that from reefers. You better sit down. Tell me what it's all about.
It isn't like what you think.
Well, tell me what it is like, then.
It's an escape. An escape from the world. Money and power and corruption. Politicians, governments, police, all the people who pressure people into doing what they want.
Well, if you didn't have law and order, you'd have anarchy. The thugs would take over and the weak would go to the wall.
You mean people like me?
Yes. Most people are weak in the face of threats and violence.
You're not weak.
Maybe not, but I've been around long enough to have sorted out what I believe in. How I'm going to be. You haven't done that yet. But you will.
What makes you think that?
I know you will. I can tell.
Are you married?
Divorced.
Any kids?
Yes. 2 girls.
They're very lucky.
Why?
You're the only person who's ever said anything encouraging or hopeful about me. My father thinks I'm disgusting. He wouldn't have me in the house.
He's just not very mature, that's all.
Oh, he is. He's a very important man in our area. Real successful businessman with his own business. Big house, heated pool, and all the trimmings.
None of that makes him mature. Some of the most childish men I know are successful businessmen and stinking rich.
What's your job?
I work for a firm of lawyers as an investigator.
What are you doing in Amsterdam?
Looking for someone?
Why do you come to this dump? Why not a 4-star hotel?
You don't find missing people in 4-star hotels.
Do you want me to leave?
Do you want to?
No. I like it here.
Why?
I feel safe here. 'Cause of you. I won't be a nuisance.
Okay. We do a deal. You stay, and you keep the place a bit tidy.
No rules? No regulations?
No. No rules. Just relax. We need to stock up on food. Get what you think we'll need for the next week. Can you cook?
I've never tried.
So, buy a cookbook and start learning. It's time you were in bed.
Are you staying the night?
Maybe.
How about you have the bed and I'll take the chair?
Thanks, I'll be okay. Sleep well.
And you.
Sometimes Renie stayed all night, sleeping in the ramshackle armchair. But that was a night when he couldn't sleep, and when it got light, he left quietly and walked back to his place in Prinsengracht. Jan Branders told me about it.
Johnny!
Jan, what is it? Good God, what have you done to your hand? Come on in. You best sit down.
Who bandaged it for you? One of the girls. I got to talk with you. You got big, big trouble.
I can wait. You just sit there while I make some coffee.
These men who got your man, the Arab is real bad guy. Real bad. I sent one of my men to sell them drugs and see what he can find out. He killed my man when he went back the next time. Cut out his tongue alive. Cut open his belly and let him die slow.
How do you know this, Jan?
One of the Surinamese escaped and came back to tell me. They sent a killer to get him. But I sent him abroad. The Surinamese are very scared of the Arab.
And how did you get injured?
When the killer found him gone, he came for me.
Where is he now?
He drinks too much canal water. Not good for his health.
So what's happening at the boat?
They force your man to write. Every day they beat him up and afterwards he writes. Whatever you're doing with those Arabs, that Arab you're not to trust him. The Surinamese are very scared of the Arab. They do whatever he wants.
You know where the boat is, don't you? Come on.
Okay, I know.
Tell me.
They kill your man if anyone find them. The Arabs say so. They cut his throat and watch him bleed to
Tell
death.
me, Jan, where is it?
You heard of Loostrachtse Lake?
No, where's that?
It is a big, big lake north of Utrecht. The boat is on Hilversum Canal, just east of a village called Freeland. There is a windmill on the canal, and there are 3 boats together, north of the windmill. Their boat is the middle boat, big heavy canal boat named Het Vlaamse.
Well, they could move it somewhere else.
No, I've asked. It has no engine, and not safe to move even with tractor or horses. Go home, Johnny. It is bad scene for you here.
You know me better than that, Jan. Just let me keep the room, and we're all square. No obligations either side. Okay?
Okay for me. You're still my friend.
Thanks, Jan. And if you ever need me, just phone the consulate. Ask for Peter Lambert. He'll put you in touch.
Okay.
John Hamish Rennie wandered around the canals for an hour, thinking over his new problem. He then walked over the bridge to his crummy room. When he arrived, Joanna wasn't there. But a man was. In his 50s, well-dressed and prosperous-looking.
Who are you?
I guess you must be Renie. John Rennie.
Who are you?
My name's De Vries. Johan De Vries.
Who let you in?
My daughter let me in.
I see. You're Joanna's father.
Indeed I am.
Where is she?
I don't know. She was angry at me coming here. Angry that I'd found out where she was holed up. She walked out on me.
Oh, sit down, Mr. De Vries. No need to stand. Would you like a cup of coffee?
You're a pretty cool customer, Renie. Not what I expected, I might say.
What were you expecting?
Somebody younger, I guess. One of those long-haired bums she's always hung around with.
And why are you still here?
Oh, don't try and bluff me, Renie. I know you're kind. You may be a bit smoother than the others, but you're all tarred with the same brush. Drugs, sex, crime. You don't deceive me.
I think you'd better leave, Mr. De Vries. It might not look good being thrown out into the street in broad daylight.
You lay a hand on me, my friend, and I'll have you in jail in an hour.
What made you come to see her?
You picked her up on the street when she was with some squatters, didn't you?
That's one way of putting it. Go on.
One of those kids was from our town. He told me she was facing charges as a drug peddler, and she'd signed a statement saying she'd no money to defend herself. I phoned our embassy in The Hague, and they put me in touch with the consul here in Amsterdam. He suggested I appoint a lawyer to defend her. I wanted to talk with her and see if I was wasting my time and money again.
How did you find her?
The kid told me where they'd been squatting, and he saw her go off with you. Right opposite, he said. And he was right.
And what are you going to do now?
I've told her. She's brought shame on her whole family. It's time she faced up to life.
What does that mean exactly? Face up to life?
When she served her sentence, she'd better get back to the States and start earning a living like everybody else has to do. Why, I'd been working for 2-3 years by the time I was her age, contributing to the family funds, going to classes at night. Not bumming around like some kid from the wrong side of the tracks.
You said that to her?
I certainly did.
More or less those words?
Exactly those words.
Well, not the best way of solving a problem, if you don't mind me saying so.
And what would you do if you were me, Mr. Renie?
But if you mean what would I do if I was her father, then I'd use my influence with the American consul here in Amsterdam. and the embassy in The Hague and get the charge withdrawn. That's what I'd do first, anyway.
And would it work? Would the authorities here play ball?
Well, it's a serious charge for the city, but I doubt if they would get a conviction. I guess it could work.
You said you'd do that first. What else would you do?
I'd make her an allowance so that she's not totally dependent on other people. And I'd try to convince her that I loved her just as much as I love her kid sister.
It sounds like she's talked to you about her family.
Yes, she has, a lot.
And you see me as a hard-nosed father who's thrown her out and left her destitute, huh?
No. Let's be frank, Mr. de Vries. I don't like you, and I don't like your attitude. And I'm not surprised that your daughter left home. I see you as a man who was brought up with a set of rules governing relationships and behavior. Good rules. Nothing wrong with the rules. Except that they have to be applied with a lot of love and affection. Well, I guess you're a very busy man, Mr. de Vries. Maybe your younger daughter was easier to deal with, more amenable, and maybe you'd never been told what to do if someone you loved wouldn't go along with the rules. Not just your rules, but any rules.
You're an odd kind of a man, Mr. Rennie. I suppose you sleep with my daughter?
You must suppose what you want, mister.
Do you sleep with her?
You're not entitled to ask me that. You gave up that right a couple of years back, maybe even before. But I understand why you ask, so I'll tell you. No, I don't sleep with your daughter, and I never have done.
Well, why answer me if I'm not entitled to ask?
Because you're wondering if you should take my advice about what to do. If I sleep with her, you can dismiss the advice as coming from an interested party. A party with an axe to grind. Without that, you've got to at least consider what I said and maybe change your whole thinking about your daughter.
I heard from several people who've been over here and come back home that she'd been sleeping around.
Did they also tell you she was desperately lost and unhappy despite her tough front?
She was arrogant enough when she was speaking to me.
She's 20, de Vries, nearly 21. She hates being ordered about by anybody. She knows that she only has to do what you say, knuckle under, and she can be back in the big house with the servants and the money and all the rest of it. So why doesn't she just give in?
That's what I asked myself.
And?
And what?
And what's your answer? Why doesn't she give up?
I guess she's stubborn and stupid. She doesn't know what the real world is all about.
How old are you, Mr. de Vries?
I'm 57.
Now, let me tell you something. Your girl Joanna knows more about what the real world is like than you do. Maybe more than you'll ever know.
Oh, you say that because you're on her side. You believe in the rubbish she believes in. Anti-everything that makes society work.
You know nothing about my views. In fact, I go along with most of yours. The only difference is that I accept that other people don't share them. You want to fight your own daughter, beat her into submission, not by argument, but by blackmail, moral blackmail. No home, no mother, no family, no money, unless you toe dear daddy's line. You're as bad as that drug pushes. You want a daughter of 20 who thinks like a mature man.
I don't like you, Rennie. But I'll do what you say.
You never asked me if she was innocent of the drug-pushing charge, did you?
No.
You assume she was guilty?
I assumed that the authorities wouldn't have charged her unless they had convincing evidence.
That shows how little you know of the real world, mister. Your daughter never pushed a speck of any drug in her life.
How do you know?
Because I asked her.
And you believed her?
What a father. God help me. She's mixed up and unhappy, and I'll tell you this. She's one of the most honest persons I've ever met. I'd bet my last dollar that you tell more lies in business in a week than she's ever told in her whole life. No wonder she's mixed up.
You're two of a kind. The both of you. There's nothing I can do for you.
A coffee?
Can I have an ice cream instead? Vanilla.
One coffee with cream, one vanilla ice cream, please.
Thank you, sir.
I understand you had a confrontation with my father.
How'd you know that?
I went to the Amstel where he's staying, and I apologized for what I said to him earlier.
Good girl. Never lose your temper. If you're in the right, you don't need to, and if you're in the wrong, you can't afford to.
And here endeth the second lesson. You certainly made an impression. Purple Hearts and congressional medals barely good enough. You're a good man, John Rennie. I hope that somebody's being good to you. Why do you think I was an anarchist?
You are, Joanna. Not a cartoon one with a bomb in your hand and a striped jersey, but an anarchist all the same.
I don't want to change anything. I just don't want to be part of it myself.
Part of what?
A corrupt society.
It's a tough world, kid. It always was, and it always will be.
But why should it be? Why should people be so rotten?
Well, who have you got in mind this time?
You know what I mean.
Well, tell me.
Why do politicians have to be corrupt? Why do educated men waste their time selling people junk we don't need? Why don't people care about the losers? How come money and success are the only things that matter?
Well, as long as you recognize that that's what it's like, you won't get hooked. You're much the same as them, anyway.
How on earth do you make that out?
Oh, don't sound so surprised. They're turned on by power and money, and you're turned on by marijuana and hash. What's the difference?
What I do doesn't hurt anyone but me.
When a politician gets a payoff for giving a construction job to an old friend, that's what he says to himself. Somebody's got to build the road, so why not old Joe? And don't kid yourself that taking drugs doesn't hurt anyone but you. It does. And you know it.
1 coffee with cream, 1 vanilla ice cream.
Thank you.
You're a good arguer, John Rennie. I wish I knew how to argue back.
Tell me what you'd really like for yourself.
I'd like to live somewhere quiet. A small farm. Just getting by. Doing nobody any harm. Just growing good food for people to eat.
Well, I'd say your old man would stake you to that if he thought it would make you happy.
How'd you make him change his mind about me and like me?
He always liked you. He loved you in his own way.
Bet he doesn't love me really, or he wouldn't have thrown me out.
You'll be okay, kid. Don't worry. You'll work it out.
How do you know?
You're too bright to want to end up in the gutter.
When will you be coming back here?
Oh, I'm not sure. A couple of days, maybe.
It's better when you're here. I get lonely when you're not here. You're so different. You're sane and, I don't know, honest.
Don't depend on me, girl. Just stand on your own 2 feet. Be independent. Put me through to Mr. Painter, will you? It's Renie.
Hello, Johnny.
We'd better have a meeting.
Can you come to London? You could be over and back the same day.
How about tomorrow?
Yes, fine. Let me know your flight. I'll meet you at the airport.
It's getting out of hand, Johnny. It's getting away from us.
What do you want me to do?
Well, you've eliminated the idea of offering him money, I gather.
He's got more money than the total SIS budget for the next 10 years.
I've never met a rich man who wasn't greedy for more, Johnny.
Not Khalim Saeed, I assure you.
Then what about physical pressure? Grab him, give him the works.
The people holding Mason wouldn't give a damn whatever we did to Saeed.
Would he himself?
Well, he's not hero material, if that's what you mean. But it would be pointless. He could scream his head off and the others wouldn't give a damn.
So what are we left with?
You tell me.
You know what we have to go for as well as I do.
So don't beat around the bush. Tell me what you want me to do.
We'll have to lift his kids, put pressure on him that way, so that he uses his influence on the higher-up Arabs who are backing these people.
Or I could move in on the gang holding Mason and wipe them out. Get Mason and whatever documents they've got at the same time.
Oh, you know that isn't a runner. Apart from the diplomatic outcry, they could have copies of Mason's stuff lodged somewhere else, all ready to be sent to the press.
So, like I said originally, we swear that the documents are fakes.
What, and have every journalist in London clamouring for an interview with me?
Threaten him with the Official Secrets Act.
But he'd cave in under the pressure like he has with the kidnappers.
Well, so let me deal with Mason on the spot. He gets caught in the crossfire. Or we say they killed him, so we couldn't prove they were faked.
Crossfire? Oh, no, Johnny, none of that. The whole point of what we've been doing is to keep it quiet.
Okay. I'll take the children. But I'll need a few days to work out a plan.
Fine.
Anything else you want while I'm here?
No. I'll see that you get appropriate recognition when this is over, Johnny. You can rely on that.
You better send Ryan and his team over right away. I'll need to brief him and show him around.
Right. I'll try and get them over today or tomorrow.
Would you like a drink, Ryan?
I wouldn't mind a malt if you got one.
I didn't expect you until tomorrow.
I thought I'd better get over and do a recce before I get the team over.
Did Painter brief you?
You could call it that, I suppose. He said you'd enlarge on it.
Well, here's a timetable of the Saeed's family's daily movements. Cast your eyes over it, would you?
Who did this report, Johnny?
Oh, well, he's a friend of mine.
Wouldn't make O-level English, whoever he is.
Well, how's your taki-taki?
What the hell's that?
It's his language. He's Surinamese.
Is he reliable?
Well, he's reliable enough, but he's not a trained observer.
Well, it's the times that matter to me. Will those be accurate?
Yes, the local times, of course, not GMT.
The best time to pick up those children is in the morning, when the car comes to take them to school.
Mm-hmm.
The school will assume they're not coming, and that could give us all day before the balloon goes up. And that brings me to the main question. Will Saeed bring in the Dutch police, do you reckon?
Well, it's hard to say. My guess is that he won't. Not at first, anyway. He'll be scared of affecting his diplomatic status here if anything comes out about what he's been involved in. But he's very fond of his children. That might make him panic and call in the police.
So we pick up the 2 kids, stash them away, contact him. Tell him the only way I'll get them back is for Mason to be released unharmed. What about a time limit?
What do you think? A week?
Well, not longer, anyway. These things begin to start falling apart after 4 or 5 days, no matter how well planned they are.
Yeah. It must seem odd for you to be on the other side for once. The anti-kidnapping team doing it themselves for a change?
Not really. I always have to think as if I were on the other side when we're acting against them. And interrogating them afterwards, you learn a lot about what they were thinking and the effect your own moves had on them at the time.
Well, is this going to be tougher or easier than the usual kidnappings?
Picking them up should be easy. Keeping them under wraps shouldn't be difficult, unless the police are drawn in and the media get hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Holland's a small country. Everybody knows everybody. And when you're dealing with fanatics, you can't rely on previous experience.
We've got 2 lots of fanatics here. The psychopath is actually holding Mason, and the lunatics back in Damascus who are supposed to be in charge. Will the Arab on the boat do what Khalim Saeed tells him to do? Will he do what even his masters tell him to do? It's going to be tricky.
I'm afraid that's going to be your problem, Johnny. I'm only responsible for the washing up.
When can you start?
I'll move out of here tomorrow and find myself a place. I'll want a day's observation myself, and then I'll get my chaps over and brief them. Say 4 days from today. 5 at the worst.
Well, the sooner the better, Mike. It must be getting a bit hairy on that boat.
Okay. I'll phone Painter from the consulate now and get my chaps over early tomorrow. I'll find him a place outside Amsterdam while I'm waiting.
And do you need funds?
No, we've got our own sources over here already. Painter fixed that yesterday. I'll move out myself tomorrow, if you can put up with me tonight.
You're welcome to use this place any time you want, Mike. You know that.
I'll see you later, then. Oh, is it okay to give Lambert this address and telephone number?
He's got them already.
Fine. This is marvellous smoked salmon, Johnny. I must take some back with me when this caper's over.
How's that beautiful wife of yours?
Oh, she's fine. Wouldn't approve of this little job, though.
Why not?
Well, not many women would go along with kidnapping kids.
Do you know Mason?
I met him a time or 2. Nice enough chap, but a bit wet, I thought.
Have you met his wife?
No. I've seen a photograph. A real cracker.
You know they're splitting up. Divorce and all that.
No, I hadn't heard. Happens to the best in this game. Par for the course.
Khalim Saeed, the children's father, seduced Mason's wife just to double-check that he was SIS and the right guy for them to kidnap.
What's an original story, anyway? Mind you, she looked a bit of a sex pot in the photo.
Saeed isn't some innocent bystander. He's the go-between for the Arabs.
It's all the same to me, Johnny. I couldn't care less about what he's been up to.
Oh, we're going to need portable transceivers so that you and I can keep in touch.
My technical guys bring in 4 pairs over. They'll be here in the morning.
Oh, excuse me. Yes?
It's Painter, Johnny. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, loud and clear.
I had a message through about an hour ago from our friends in foreign parts. They're going to Renie. Not said in so many words, but strong indications that way. Tell your Irish friend there that the sooner he gets cracking, the better. Got it?
Understood. A message from Painter. He's had a tip-off from our boys on the spot that the Arabs are going to renege on the deal. He asks that you act as soon as possible. If they intend reneging, they'll wipe out Mason before they pack it in.
I'll pack my bags tonight and meet my chaps in at Schiphol.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in on a chartered plane from Biggin Hill. I'll send my guy round here about 11 tomorrow morning. He'll go over the portable with you in case it's one you don't know.
Yes?
Johnny, it's Ryan.
Yeah?
Tomorrow's the day. There'll be no contact for the rest of the day from us, so make the best of it, because you'll have to stay in your place all the time after that, or somewhere we can always contact you. The equipment's coming your way about now, okay?
I guess so.
You don't sound too sure about this operation.
I'm not.
Why not?
I just don't know. Maybe because it's Painter's idea, not mine. I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out. Take care.
This video was uploaded to the channel, Thinking Out Loud. Please like, comment and subscribe to the Thinking Out Loud channel. Thank you.
Mason, the SIS man, was being held captive on a barge. Khalim Said's children were about to be kidnapped so that a swap could be arranged, and John Rennie had time on his hands. I've often wondered what I'd do, where I'd go in such a situation, how I would pass the time. Rennie went to see the girl, Joanna. Maybe there's a clue to his character there, but if there is, I haven't found it. Joanna had done up the sleazy room, a slapdash paint job, a couple of pictures from magazines stuck in the walls, and some flowers in a vase.
Oh, what's happened?
Don't overdo it. It's only a lick of paint.
Well, it must have taken you ages.
One day and half a night, and I never want to see another can of white paint in my whole life. The cleaning down took most of the time. It hadn't been stripped since God knows when.
Oh, it's a marvellous job. Makes me want to move in right away.
I wish you would. Tea, coffee, or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Where do you stay when you're not here?
Oh, here and there. Nowhere special.
What do you do?
See the sights, look around. And what have you been doing apart from painting and decorating?
My father gave me some money, and I've been making a list of jobs I might like to try.
Such as?
Nursing, social work, probation officer, teacher, stuff like that.
Oh, you'd be good at any one of those. And what's the next step?
Getting some training.
Here or in the States?
I thought I'd have a last couple of months here in Amsterdam and then go back home at the end of September.
You know, I'm proud of you. When we've had our chocolate, I'm going to take you for a nice lunch. So, if you've got anything to fix it now.
Where are we going?
To the Schiller. Do you know it?
I've seen it from the outside. It looks nice.
Rennie?
It's done. We've got him. You can start.
Thanks. I'll notify Painter. I'll keep in touch.
Halim Said.
Where are your children, Mr. Said?
They're at school. Who is this?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Said. Your children are a long way from home. Would you like to see them again?
What do you mean? My children are...
Don't argue, Mr. Said. Answer my question. Do you want to see your children again? Alive?
What is all this? I don't understand.
But you do, Mr. Said. You've been talking to a friend of mine in London about a Mr. Mason, yes? A friend of my friend. And now I talk to you about your children. Would you like to make an exchange? There's not much time left. If you go to the police, things could be very bad for your kids. Think about it, Mr. Said.
Oh, no. Gabriella!
Darling, what is it? What is it, Khalim? Oh, I'll call the doctor.
No. The children. Oh, don't.
The children are all right. They'll be on their way home now.
They've taken them, kidnapped them.
Oh, Khalim, don't say such things.
They just phoned. Said they had the children.
What?
My God, I don't believe it. But it's true.
And they demand money, yes? We pay them, quickly, tonight. Phone them back now. Say yes, whatever they want, we will give them.
They offer the children in exchange for a man. A man who is held prisoner by other people I don't control.
What man? What other people?
The man is called Mason. He is an Englishman. The men who have him are Arabs under orders from Damascus.
Why do they have him?
They've got hold of some high-technology war equipment made by the Israelis. They couldn't make it work. They kidnapped Mason so that his friends would show them how to use it.
But what has this got to do with you?
I acted as go-between for them, passing their messages to Mason's friends in London and passing their replies back to Damascus.
But why you?
Because I speak English and understand the English, because I have diplomatic status, because they trust me.
Who is this Mason?
An English Secret Service man.
You must be mad. You risk the safety of all your family for those madmen in Damascus. You sacrifice our children to make a piece of equipment work. Why? Why did you have anything to do with it?
They asked me, my love. I'm a Palestinian. They are my people. I had to do what I could.
You fool. You stupid fool. A few soft words of flattery and your family can be put at risk. What kind of man are you?
You can't understand what it would have meant for me to refuse. It would have been a betrayal.
You disgust me.
Can I help you?
I want to speak to Mr. Painter.
I'm afraid he's not available at the moment.
When is he available?
Maybe I can help you. What is it about?
I want you to get a message to Mr. Painter. Tell him I must speak to him urgently. It's a matter of life and death. You understand?
And your name, sir?
Said. Halim Said.
I'll pass on your message, sir.
Well done. I was right. You could hear the panic in his voice. The bastards don't like it when they're on the receiving end themselves. Let him sweat for half an hour and we'll call him back. Yes, should just catch the highlights of the test match. Give me a shot in my office when it's time.
Very good, Mr. Painter.
Hello?
Mr. Said?
Yes.
Painter here. You called me.
I want my children, Painter. I want them back in 24 hours.
I don't understand. Why phone me about your children?
They've been taken, Painter. Kidnapped.
That must be very disturbing. How can I help you?
It's your people, you bastard. They want me to free Mason in exchange for my children.
Oh, I see. Seems a very sensible idea to me. Are you making the necessary arrangements?
It's not in my control, Painter. You know that. I was just an intermediary.
Oh, not quite, Mr. Said. You played your part.
I only passed messages back and forth. Nothing more.
I was thinking of Mason's wife, Mr. Said, the girl in Paris. Remember?
Are you going to help, Painter? Or do I go to the police?
You'd have a lot to explain to the Dutch police, Mr. Said. Abuse of your diplomatic status, involvement in kidnapping an Englishman, attempting to blackmail the British government. The world press would have a wonderful time. And you would still have the problem of your children. Now, why don't you have a word with your friends in Damascus? I understand they've got what they wanted. The equipment's working, and they'll want to keep their side of the bargain, I'm sure. You said several times that they could be trusted. Men of honor, you said. Remember, I have tapes of all our conversations if you need reminding.
What do you want me to do, you bastard?
Oh, come, Mr. Said. Vulgarity won't get us anywhere. It sounds as if it would be wise to go along with what these people say. Or they might feel that what's good enough for Mason is good enough for your children.
What does that mean?
You suggested that your friends might get impatient and kill poor Mason. The people who hold your children might become equally impatient.
You mean you would kill my children in cold blood?
I resent that comment, Mr. Said. I resent it very much. You asked for advice, and I gave it. Your problem has nothing to do with me. You have involved yourself in a very dangerous situation. I assume you did that voluntarily. It hasn't worked out as you expected, and it's up to you to solve the problem, not me.
Damascus might not do as I ask.
Oh, I'm sure they will, Mr. Said. At least you should try, and quickly, too.
If I can arrange this, you will cooperate.
I'm in no position to cooperate, but if the other parties referred themselves to me, I should recommend they assist you in any way they could.
Halim Said.
Are you ready to make the exchange, Said?
For God's sake, I'm not in control of Mason. There are others to persuade.
You'd better hurry up, my friend. Your little girl is very unhappy. We can't wait around much longer. No more than 24 hours.
I don't like it, Johnny. It's getting a bit dodgy. I don't think his friends in Damascus are going to cooperate with him. They're fanatics. I thought he was too important for them to ignore his wishes, but looks as if I could be wrong.
Well, let's just wait a couple of days and see what happens.
Yes, but what worries me is that he might panic.
Look, I'll have to go. There's someone at the door.
Oh, right. But keep me in touch.
Yes, I will. Mike, what the hell's going on?
We've got a problem, Johnny. I'm not sure what to do.
Oh, come in. Sit down. Whiskey or gin?
Oh, whiskey, thanks.
And what's the problem?
It's Said's daughter, Nadia. When she came to, she was obviously in a bit of a state, trembling and crying.
Here you are.
Thanks. She wouldn't eat anything. We put her to bed, and this morning she seemed to be awake. At least she got her eyes open, and that's how she's been ever since. She's breathing okay, her temperature's normal, but she doesn't speak or move or show any signs of recognizing anybody. We brought her brother in, but she didn't respond.
And what do you think it is?
I don't know. It's like she's in a coma. I'm not a medic, but it looks like some kind of trauma to me.
Well, have you tried sitting her up, moving her around?
Well, she's just limp like a rag doll. She couldn't stand.
And how's the boy?
He's okay. Seeing his sister like that upset him, but he tried not to show it.
What have you got in mind?
Give her another day. Maybe 2. And if she doesn't improve, we'd better fly in one of our own doctors. How much longer is it going to take?
Well, it's stuck at the moment. Said's mates in Damascus are not cooperating.
I'd better get back, Johnny. I'll keep in touch if there's any developments you need to know. By the way, Painter said in London that it might be necessary to tape an appeal from his kids to play to him. I've got a cassette recorder if you need it.
Oh, forget it, Mike. We haven't sunk that low. Yet. Adele, why have you got the close notice on the door?
I'm not opening today.
Any chance of taking you for a meal?
Thanks for the invitation, Johnny, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood.
What's the matter?
I promised to stay around near Gabby today.
Well, let's take them for a meal, too.
Oh, something dreadful's happened, Johnny. Gabby's out of her mind.
What's happened?
Oh, I promised not to tell anyone. Would you help them if they asked you to?
Well, how can I say, Adele, when I don't know what it's all about?
Would you do something for me? Walk around the block for 10 minutes while I phone Gabby.
Sure. Is 10 minutes long enough?
Yes, ample. Gabriella wants to see you. She's coming here in a few minutes. Against Halim's wishes. He says he'll divorce her if she speaks to you about their problem.
What is the problem?
She wants you to find her children. They've been kidnapped. She'll pay you herself, anything you ask.
Let me talk to her first.
Please help her, Johnny. I can't bear to see her so distressed.
Mr. Said not home.
Where is he? In the sitting room? Hello, Kalim.
I don't want you to help, Mr. Rennie.
I haven't offered you my help, Kalim. But Gabriella has told me what happened. She's with Adele. She asked me to find the children, but I said I would want to speak to you first.
Why pass up a chance of making money?
Can we talk?
There's no point.
Can we talk?
I can't stop you.
You only have to ask me to leave, Kalim, and I'll leave.
There's nothing anyone can do. Not me, not you, not anyone else.
May I sit down?
If you want.
Do you know where the Englishman has been held?
Yes. He's on a boat on the Hilversum Canal just above a boating lake called Lostrechtsee.
Could you take me there if it was necessary?
Yes.
Could you show me on a map where it is?
Yes.
How many of your men are at the boat?
They're not my men, Rennie. They are not my men.
How many men, Kalim?
So far as I know, there are 5.
All Arabs?
No, only one Arab. He's in charge.
Would he obey an order from you?
Of course not. He would laugh at me.
Who put him in charge?
The people in Damascus.
What did they say when you spoke to Damascus?
They were cool. They said they would consider it and let me know.
When will they let you know?
God knows. They didn't say.
How did you leave it?
The second time I cursed them. I swore that if they didn't do it, I would never lift a finger again for Palestine or any Arab country.
How important are they? How near the top?
3 steps down, thereabouts.
What other governments are involved? What about the Ayatollahs?
They know. They supplied most of the funds, but they're not involved otherwise.
Could you prove that Damascus and Tripoli are involved?
Not on paper.
But you could give details of who approached you?
Yes.
Gabby said that the Arab who's got Mason wouldn't carry out their orders. Do the people in Damascus know that?
I'm sure they do, but now they don't want to lose face by having their orders refused.
This chap in London that Gabby mentioned, Painter, have you got a number where you can call him?
Yes.
Do you want me to help you?
How can you, Johnny? Nobody can help me.
I think I can. In fact, I'm sure I can.
Why should you get involved?
Do you want me to help you or don't you? I'm used to dealing with this sort of situation. I could probably have your kids back in a couple of days.
What could you do?
The first thing is for you and Gabriella to move out to a hotel, somewhere out of the centre. The Amstel would do fine.
Why, for God's sake? I've got to be here for the phone.
Your friends in Damascus will be getting scared that you might bring in the police or talk to the press. They never live it down. They'll want to wipe you out, both of you.
They're friends of mine.
Why did you get involved with this, Kalim?
For the sake of my country, Palestine.
And that's the way they'll swear their consciences when they have you both killed. It'll all be in a good cause.
And if we move out?
I'll take over here. I'll negotiate with Painter.
I suppose you're used to this sort of thing because of your job.
Yes. And you're emotionally involved. They know that. They know how vulnerable you are.
Let me go and talk with Gabby.
Painter here. It's Renie.
About time. I've been going crazy trying to contact you. What the hell's going on?
Said's asked me to take over the negotiations for him.
You're joking.
I'm not. He's desperate, and his friends in foreign parts aren't in a hurry. Apart from that, their representative here is unlikely to carry out their orders. He's a psychopath. He likes what he's doing.
How do you know all this, Johnny? And how did you get Said to hand over negotiations?
I haven't got time to explain. I'm worried that nutter might blow it all up by finishing off our mutual friend.
Ah, so who are you going to negotiate with?
Nobody.
Well, go on.
I'm going to deal with that nutter myself. Soonest.
So you know where our friend is, then?
Within a mile or so.
Uh-huh. Look, I could try asking the FO to put pressure on Damascus. They'd blow their tops, but they might cooperate.
It would take too long.
Well, on your head be it.
From what I could piece together, Halim Said and his wife had gone, as Renie suggested, to the Amstel Hotel. Then Renie had gone back to the Said's place to see if he could find anything that could help him. He didn't stay long, because a few minutes after he arrived, there was a ring on the doorbell. He must have had some uneasy moments when he saw the police car and the 2 uniformed policemen.
Are you Mynheer Said?
No, he's not here. Can I help you?
Maybe. We'd like to talk with somebody.
Oh, you better come in.
We are from BAR, the Criminal Investigation Section of the Amsterdam Police. We're investigating a murder.
How can I help?
Where is Mr. Said?
Well, he's away with his family for a few days. I'm not sure where they are. Touring, I think. I'm just looking after the flat for them.
Where are his children?
Well, they're with him, as far as I know, but what does all this have to do with the murder?
A taxi driver was attacked and made unconscious with some chemical. He had a weak heart. He never recovered consciousness, and he died late last night. We checked with the company who employ him, and it seems he had a regular trip every day to take the Said children to school. We know from his girlfriend that he intended to pick them up as usual the morning he was attacked.
When was this?
2 days ago.
Well, the Said children haven't been to school all this week.
We know that. We checked at the school. May I ask your name?
Rennie. John Rennie.
Are you English?
Yes.
What are you doing here in Amsterdam?
I'm here on business. I'm employed by a firm of solicitors in London.
We found children's fingerprints in the taxi. We'd like to compare them with the Said children's prints. When will they be back?
Well, they said 5 or 6 days.
Will you be in contact with Mr. Said?
Well, he told me he would phone to say when they were on their way back.
Perhaps you would ask him to contact us as soon as possible.
Did Mr. Said seem worried when you last saw him?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why should he be worried?
There was a theory we had. It doesn't seem likely, but it would fit what we know.
What was the theory?
Thank you for your help, Mr. Rennie. Don't forget to ask Mr. Said to contact us as soon as he's back.
Egypt calling Pyramid. Egypt calling Pyramid. Egypt calling Pyramid. Over. Egypt calling Pyramid. Over.
Pyramid. Receiving. Over.
I need you, Pyramid. Soonest. My place. Over.
Okay. See ya.
What's up?
I know where Mason is. I'm going in to get him. It'll be easier if I've got some backup. You.
Where is he?
He's on a boat on the Hilversum Canal, not far from Utrecht. There's an Arab in charge, and there's 4 or 5 Surinamese. The way I plan to do it... Just let me check again. Binoculars, maps, radios, PPK, silencer, spare loaded chamber, thermos, sandwiches. Right, I guess that's it. What car have you got?
A BMW.
Registered locally?
Yes, it's a hire car.
In your name?
No way.
Okay. I want to start at about 9 when there's plenty of traffic on the roads, so I'll set the alarm for 7:30. Use the spare bedroom. I'll wake you. Sleep well.
You too. That looks like the canal. Over there on the right. There's a made-up road. According to the map, it goes almost to the windmill.
I think this is near enough. We'll have a coffee from the thermos and then see what's going on. You ready?
Sure. How far along is the boat?
About half a mile past the windmill. When we get to the windmill, we'll go up the embankment and use the fields. Then there's no chance of them spotting us. Hold on. I want to take a look. They're about 100 yards further on. There are 3 boats. Ours is the middle one, a big wide barge. You stay here and I'll get a bit closer.
Take the gun.
I won't need it. Just hang on. I'll be about 15 minutes. I saw the Arab and 2 of the others. They all look as though they're doped to the eyeballs. Well, let's go back to the car. We'll wait until it's dark. When we've got Mason back to my place, you go and get Saeed's children. I'll contact him at the hotel. When I call you, take them back to him. How's the girl, by the way?
No better, no worse. She won't talk. They made her drink tea, but that's all she's taken.
Did you know that the taxi driver had died?
You're kidding? We just chloroformed him.
Seems he had a heart condition. The police came to Saeed's place when I was there. When we've got Mason, you'd better light out as soon as you can. We're right opposite the boat. And there are lights on the afterdeck. And the Arab is standing by the gangplank, smoking. When he goes back on board, I'll take him.
Let me go with you.
No. When I go on board, you keep watch. When I've dealt with the Arab, I'll go below deck. And then you come aboard sharpish and cover me from behind. If they're all doped up to the eyebrows, it'll all be comparatively easy. And if not, a nasty bloody mess. Oh, what matters is getting Mason out alive. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
I can't see the Arab.
On the bank, at the side of the gangplank. You can just see the white of his shirt.
Yeah, I got him now.
When he goes up the gangplank, I'll go down across the towpath and follow him onto the deck. As soon as you see me tackle him, come on board and cover me when I go below deck.
Okay. There's no sign of any of the others. They're obviously not expecting anything.
They're probably doped up in their bunks. They're all on opium, according to the reports I've had. Look, he's walking towards the gangplank. I'm off.
Hey!
Where is Engelsman? Where is Engelsman? Come on, show me! Out of my way. Mason? It's Renie. John Rennie. Can you sit up?
What is it? Is he okay, Johnny?
Give me a hand. Sit him up.
Oh, God almighty. What the hell have they done to him?
Help me carry him off the boat. You take his feet. Okay, Mason. Don't worry. You're going to be okay. When we've got Mason settled in my place, take the kids back to Saeed's house at 10 o'clock. I'll contact him and tell him to be there. Don't talk to him. Just check that he and his wife open the door and leave the children. Get back to London on the first flight you can make.
Okay. Will you contact Painter?
Yes.
Duty officer.
Painter, Renie here.
I'll transfer you. Hold on.
Is that you, Johnny?
Yes, it's done. Mason's with me. We'll be returning our small friends to their owners this morning.
That's bloody marvellous, Johnny. Congratulations. Was it difficult?
No, if it had been difficult, it wouldn't have worked.
My God, I'm relieved. It's been hanging over everything like a big black cloud. When will we be back?
Do you want me to debrief Mason while he's here?
Might be easier. More likely to tell the truth now than later. How is he?
Pretty bad shape, but mainly cuts and bruises. He'll be okay in a few days. See you.
Amstel Hotel, goedemorgen.
Suite 240, please.
One moment, sir.
Yeah. Telephone call for you, sir. Yes. Halim Saeed.
Kaleem, this is John Rennie. Your children will be back at your place at 10 o'clock. I suggest you and Gabriella go over as soon as it's convenient.
You mean that?
They'll be at your place at 10. I'll come over later.
Tell me how you did it, Johnny.
Just forget it, Kaleem. Just be glad they're back.
Did you have to pay a ransom?
No. Just forget it. The Englishman has been handed over to his friends, and that's the end of it all.
How can I repay you, Johnny?
Well, just do what I say. Forget it. All of it. You still look very down. What's the matter?
It's Nadia. She just doesn't speak. She just sits there and looks at us. Gabby's right at the end of her tether. I just don't know what to do.
Have you got a flat or a house in any other country, Kaleem?
Yes, I've got a house just outside Los Angeles, a flat in Geneva, and a house in Amman.
Well, I think you all need a change of scene, and you need medical advice. Whatever doctor you use, you need to tell him as much as he needs to know about what's happened. If you use a Dutch doctor, he's going to feel a conflict of interest between his discretion to you and his patriotic duty. I suggest you go to your place in California and find a good physician there.
We can't go on like this, Johnny. I thought it would be a day of celebration, but it's been dreadful. Not just little Nadia, but Gabby, too. She blames me for everything that's happened. I just can't take any more.
Would you like me to take care of your flight arrangements for you?
How soon could you get us away?
Where to?
To the States.
Let me use your phone. You put Gabby in the picture. How long do you need to get ready?
We can leave in half an hour. We have all we need at the other house.
The tickets are waiting for you at the KLM desk at Schiphol.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks for all you've done for us.
I hope things improve when you get to California. Sounds like your taxi. I'll get on my way.
Come and see us sometime. You'll always be welcome at my home. Salam alaikum.
I think that's enough, Harry. How are you feeling now? You look a lot better than when we carried you off that boat.
What do they intend to do when I get back to London, Johnny?
Well, I guess they'll give you at least a couple of weeks' leave.
I mean, after that. Will they chuck me out?
Oh, there's been no hint of that.
They won't like it that I gave them Painter's identity and telephone number.
Maybe not, but there were mitigating circumstances.
Does Fleur know what happened to me?
No. She doesn't even know you went missing. She just knew I was trying to contact you.
Do you think she'd be sympathetic if she knew what they'd done to me?
Yes, I'm sure she would be. But, she's burned her bridges, and yours. There's no going back.
You mean the other men?
Not just that. She closed her mind to any reconciliation way back. She signalled that when she moved to Paris. She was closing the door on London and on you.
I still love her.
Look, Harry, forget her. It's over. And you'd never have succeeded anyway. Not even if you'd given up your job. There would have been some other excuse.
You didn't like her then?
It's time you were off to bed. I'm going around to see a friend of mine who runs an art gallery here. Don't answer the doorbell or the phone. I'll be back in about an hour.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, Adele. Am I disturbing you?
No, come in. I could do with some company. Halim phoned me this morning.
How are things with him?
You haven't heard from them?
No.
Well, little Nadia's in some sort of mental home. From what I can gather, she's no more than a zombie now. They found an Italian-speaking psychiatrist. Gabby thinks he's good, but Nadia doesn't recognize Halim or Gabriella. The medics are bandying around words like catatonic state. And Gabby blames it all on Halim. She's asked him to move out. Says the marriage is over.
How's he taking it?
Oh, it's the last straw for him. I'd have bet my last guilder on them never breaking up. And now, in 10 days, it's as good as finished. How the hell can that happen, Johnny? Was it Halim's fault?
I guess, indirectly, it was.
Johnny!
Hello, Joanna.
I thought you must have gone back to England already. Has something happened?
Why did you ask that?
I'm not sure. Your eyes. They look sad. Your whole face looks sad. What is it?
Oh, nothing that you need worry your head about.
I heard from my father a couple of days ago. Said to give you his good wishes if you were still around.
That's nice of him. What have you been doing?
Thinking, mainly. Like you said I should. It's great to see you again. What have you been doing? Or shouldn't I ask?
Tell me what you've been thinking about.
I thought about you as well as me.
And how did I make out?
You came out of it fine. You always do. Not on all counts, but most.
Tell me more.
What parts do you want to hear?
Oh, the failings. The minus factors.
They're not exactly failings. More things that don't fit.
So, tell me.
Part of you really scares me. Sometimes your eyes look like a spaniel's eyes. Then sometimes they're so hard they send shivers down my spine. That's one side. The other's you with me. You pick me up from the gutter. Literally, the gutter. You give me a bed and food, but you don't try to get me into bed. I thought at first you might be a queer. But by the second day I'd given up on that theory.
Well, I guess I have to be grateful for small mercies.
In your macho sort of way, you're really pretty kind and gentle. It's an impossible combination, but that's how it is. And I like it.
How are you going to put me right?
Now you're being sarcastic, and that's not fair.
I'm not. I want to know. Seriously.
What do you do, Johnny? How do you earn your living?
I plead the 5th and the 14th Amendment.
Okay. You're not going to tell me. But I think that whatever you do, you're being wasted.
I'll tell my bosses what you think.
I can't imagine you having a boss.
Why not?
I can't imagine you doing anything you don't want to do.
Like what?
Something dishonest. Something that's not right. Something you don't like doing.
And how did you come out of all this thinking?
I decided that my ideas were right, but my arguments were no good. And what I think is just instinct. I need to justify it better.
I better start sharpening up my argument. When are you going back home?
I decided in the end not to go home till Christmas. But that depends on you.
Go on.
Can I use this room as long as that?
The rent's paid till next June. You can stay as long as you want.
When shall I see you again?
Maybe tomorrow or the day after.
Renie flew back to London with Mason, and Painter met them at the airport. He had booked them into the Hilton for the night. Because Mason was tired, he turned in early.
You look pretty knackered, Johnny. How do you feel?
Tired. A bit out of rhythm. You got my report about the Said family?
Oh, yes. Serve him right. He was bloody well asking for it, and he got it. Well, I'll be on my way. Oh, we'll have a meeting with Fredericks day after tomorrow. You've met him, haven't you?
He's the FO liaison chap, isn't he?
Yes, very influential. And a good brain. He was holding his breath a bit while you were in Amsterdam.
So was I.
See you in a couple of days.
Mr. Painter and Mr. Rennie, Mr. Fredericks.
Well, come in. Do sit down, both of you.
Thank you. Now, Rennie, I want Mr. Fredericks to hear from you directly.
Before I do that, I'd like to make a statement.
About what?
About the operation.
Oh, is this really necessary, Rennie? This is only an informal debriefing.
I'll make it brief. I want to dissociate myself from this operation.
This operation? It's all over now, surely.
I'm talking of a matter of principle.
Oh, a principle. Do go on.
I've made my statement. I've nothing to add.
For my benefit, Mr. Rennie, perhaps you can tell me what this is all about.
My team found out where Mason was being held. But it wasn't possible to get him out without an actual attack on the place. I was told from London that that was out. So the only way of getting Mason back was to put pressure on Kalim's side. And the only one that would be effective was kidnapping his 2 young children. I was ordered to go ahead and do that. In the end, I had to take direct action against the kidnappers to rescue Mason. And after that, Said's children were returned to him. He has no proof that SIS was involved in kidnapping his children, nor does he know how Mason was released. And no suspicion that I'm connected to SIS. I debriefed Mason in Amsterdam and escorted him back to London 2 days ago. Those are the basic details. I'll be making a full report when I'm back at the office.
I can't see any reason why...
It sounds a well-planned and well-executed operation, Mr. Rennie, if I may say so, as a mere bystander, so to speak. So tell me now why you want to be dissociated from it.
I've never disputed or even questioned an order from Mr. Painter or anyone else I've worked for in SIS. I didn't see it as either my role or within my status to question orders. But when it came to lifting the 2 children, I was reluctant. Mr. Painter knows that. But when I was told to do it, I did it. I want to make clear that I'll never carry out an order in future that I find abhorrent. And if anybody wants my resignation, they can have it right now.
In that case...
You are a valuable and much respected member of your department, and your views will be borne in mind. Am I right in thinking that it was the taking of the children that you disliked?
Yes. The little girl is in a mental hospital. The Arab's marriage is virtually over.
Oh, for God's sake, Johnny. The Arab was in it up to his neck. It works both ways, you know. Kidnapping and threats are a dangerous operation. It's all very well his bemoaning his fate when things go wrong, but that's what they all do.
How about taking some leave, Rennie? Go and get some sun, somewhere warm.
Have you finished with me, sir?
Of course. We have, haven't we, Painter?
Yes.
I'll get on my way, then. Goodbye, Mr. Fredericks.
Goodbye. It won't do to antagonize him, Hugo. Let him cool off. You too. We'll have to think how to get him back into line.
A little harassment won't do Master Rennie any harm. Anyway, he's not going to be as useful to me in future, whatever he does.
Oh, come on. It was you who told me how good he was when I criticized him. One kick over the traces doesn't mean he's suddenly no good.
Maybe not. Well, are your people satisfied with how it went?
They're not my people. I'm in both camps. Liaison, not partisanship. All I do is act as a humble interpreter, one side to the other. But yes, the FO are relieved that there were no diplomatic repercussions. I suggested an MBE for Renie, the January list. Services to foreign trade.
I got some details of the harassment of Renie from Harry Mason. Renie's landlord suddenly wanted him out of the flat. He got parking tickets wherever he went, 2 or 3 a day. And finally, he was walking down Sloane Street one night when a girl spoke to him. She asked if he knew the way to a pub called the Markham Arms. As he explained where it was, a plainclothes policeman appeared from nowhere and charged Renie with a breach of the peace for accosting the girl, who turned out to be a plainclothes policewoman. The law concerned was 500 years old and seldom used. And it was then that Renie realized that his bosses were sending him a message. Toe the line or else. He settled back into the routine of his work. He took a week's leave, but his routine medical came up on the 2nd day.
Ah, Mr. Rennie. Now, don't stand up, please. Dr. Coombs, I just want to go over a few things and have a word with you. By the way, are you operational at the moment?
No, I'm on leave.
Well, now, physical fine, muscle tone excellent, blood okay, but a couple of things. Your blood pressure is a bit over your normal, and your reflexes are a bit slow. Now, I'll give you a few pills to bring the blood pressure down, but the reflexes I'm afraid we can't help. They'll probably come back, but I suggest you take it easy for a month or 2. I'm a bit worried about the psychiatrist's report. Have you got any pressures at the moment?
Oh, just the usual pressures that anybody has.
Nothing more than that?
I don't think so.
The report says marked indecision and some indications of paranoia. What would you say about those comments?
Well, I took a short psychology course during my training. I remember being told that paranoia was not a matter of persecution complex, as lay people call it, but of chronic symptoms of extraordinary behavior from a feeling of being persecuted. What is the extraordinary behavior that he's observed?
I'm afraid the misdescription was mine. I use paranoia in its lay sense, persecution complex. The psychologist merely noted that a number of your replies indicated a hidden resentment of something or other, possibly an overdone resentment of any form of criticism.
I never take too much notice of what other people think of me. I worked out my own lifestyle a long time ago.
Okay, well, just bear it in mind. I'll give you a prescription for the blood pressure. It looks a temporary thing, and it's certainly nothing to worry about.
Sorry I've been so elusive the last few days, Johnny. My girl says you phoned several times. I thought you were on leave.
I am, officially. I wanted to get my log over and done with.
Oh, don't fret about it. You're more important to us than a routine report. Fredericks tells me the FO have approved a rather nice little surprise for you next January 1.
Oh, thanks. But if that means what I think it means, then there are problems.
Well, what are the problems? Maybe we can help sort them out?
Well, there are several. First of all, my flat. I've received a number of letters.
I've got all the details. Leave it to me, Ronnie. We'll teach those bastards a lesson, the Met and the landlord. Believe me, their feet won't touch. Forget it, all of it. Just leave it to your uncle. Abject apologies from the Met, Johnny. Seems they've been doing a blitz on curb crawlers and others in the Sloane Square area. Sergeant Davis has been kicked in the rear for being over-enthusiastic, and your landlord would be very happy for you to stay. He felt his wife might not be too happy if she heard about the little bird he keeps in his place up the stairs. There aren't many benefits we get in the old firm, but putting a bit of pressure where it hurts is something we can do.
I gather your little scheme worked with friend Renie.
Oh, yes, no problem. It always works. A bit of pressure, and then the magic wand.
You don't think he rumbled what was going on? He's an old hand. Probably seen it happen to others.
But that's the beauty of it. If they don't cotton on to what's happening, they're impressed and grateful for what we do for them, and the relief of everything going back to normal. But if they do suspect it's a put-up job, it gives them pause to think. If that's what can happen just as a warning, what might happen if it was for real? If they're bright enough to work it out, they get the message.
The odd thing is that I'd have bet my last quid that you'd never need to do that sort of thing to Renie.
As the Bible says, put not your trust in princes, nor in any child of man.
It's the Book of Common Prayer, actually. I should keep him in London for a bit if I were you. Easier to keep an eye on him.
True.
Do you want me to answer it, Hugo?
No, I'll do it, darling. Oh, Tony, fill the glasses while I'm out with you. Hugo Painter.
You better come round to my place. There's something cropped up.
About what?
About your bloody man Renie.
It couldn't wait until tomorrow?
I wouldn't have called you if it could.
I'll come round right away.
I want to read you something, Painter. This is tomorrow's copy of Time magazine. Washington sent it over today in the embassy bag. I won't read it all, just the bit that matters. Rumour has it that even England's usually discreet MI6 is not above taking a leaf from the CIA books. Recent unreported MI6 operations in the Netherlands bear an uncanny likeness to the pre-Watergate habits of our own intelligence services. Old habits certainly die hard so far as dirty tricks are concerned. There is also the question of whether such operations receive an official blind eye. What do you say to that?
Just fishing, I'd say. Seeing if anyone rises to the bait.
Oh, come on. Somebody's talked. I know who I suspect.
Who?
Oh, don't give me that, Painter. I have to respond to this piece. What do you expect me to do?
Well, say it's a shot in the dark.
Oh, you must be out of your mind. I've personally put my name to a recommendation for an MBE for Renie in the next honours list.
Did you say what it was for?
Well, of course I bloody well did. I didn't give details, but I mentioned a very delicate operation in Amsterdam. Has he put in his resignation?
No. I put that bit of mild harassment on him and he came into line. He was just strung up from the operation.
Renie's not the kind who gets strung up from operations. You know that as well as I do. You were always on about his loyalty and dependability. You were sure you knew him inside out, but you were wrong. He's a loner, and he doesn't lay his cards down on the table. I didn't trust him way back, and I don't trust him now. You can say I'm prejudiced, and maybe I am. But I'm right as well. So let's stop playing games.
All right. What do you want me to do?
I want you to put the real bite on him. Show him that if he breathes one word out of place, he's going to get the full treatment. And put somebody on to keeping an eye on him. Not a team. He'd spot that. But give him the works.
Mm-hmm. And what will you tell the FO people?
That's my worry. You just do your part, and don't let him make any more waves than he's done already.
Do you want me to confront him about this piece?
No. Let it lie. Just do what I've told you, and keep me in touch. We've not heard the last of this. Do the wrong thing with him, and you've got big, big trouble.
got to know Harry Mason quite well. I kind of liked him. He told me a lot about Renie and Painter. I think Painter was a real creep. And it was typical of the man that he wanted to use Mason to spy on Renie, who had saved Mason's life. But I guess if you're in the dirty tricks business, it's just part of the game. And it was typical of Painter that he briefed Mason at tea in the Hilton.
Tea all right for you, Mason?
Fine.
Good. Well, help yourself. I've a bit of a problem, Harry. I need your help.
Glad to be wanted. I felt a bit spare and unloved since I got back from Amsterdam.
Yes, well, that's only natural. But oddly enough, the problem comes out of what went on there.
Not my favourite place, Amsterdam.
No, I'm sure it isn't. But the problem's here, in London. Your friend Renie, as a matter of fact.
I don't think he sees me as a friend these days. I'm a bit of a broken reed in his eyes.
Ah, yes. Well, there was a piece in one of the American magazines, mainly about dirty tricks in the CIA, but it made a fleeting mention of SIS and dirty tricks. It specifically mentioned a recent SIS operation in the Netherlands.
How did they get hold of that? What? Now what?
Now nothing, if we can keep the lid on it. But Renie turned a bit wet about the Amsterdam operation. Has he said anything to you?
No, he's avoided me. But I know he was put out about the Arab's kids and the wife. I think he had in mind that sort of thing happening to his own daughters.
Did he now? Did he say that?
No, but when he was debriefing me, it was obvious that it stuck in his gullet. Made him a bit sharp with me, because I talked.
Yes, I see. Anyway, we're worried that he might have leaked the story because he didn't like what he had to do.
That isn't the kind of thing he'd do. He's dead straight, is Renie. If he wanted to raise hell, he'd do it head on.
You sound like a Renie fan.
I admire him. He's tough, and he's got bags of courage. Never seen him back down. And in his own peculiar way, he's straight as a die.
Yes, you may be right. Maybe he didn't leak it, but somebody did. And I want you to keep an eye on Renie for me. I'm going to post you to him as an assistant on the job he's doing now.
If that's what you want.
I'll notify him tomorrow. Tell me, how are things with your wife now? Any progress?
She's started the divorce.
Oh.
I wanted to defend it, but legal said no. It could mean things coming out in court or using the Official Secrets Act to prevent it. They didn't want either to happen.
Well, is there anything we could do? Explain to her that it was only your work that kept you away?
She knows it was that. It's gone too far. I've had it, so far as she's concerned.
I am sorry. Very sorry. Still, maybe you'll meet someone with more understanding. I hope so.
I don't want anyone else. I want her.
Yes. Yes, well, I'll contact you tomorrow when I've spoken to Renie. Now, can I give you a lift anywhere?
No, I'll hang on here for a bit and have a noggin.
Renie speaking.
Is that you, Johnny?
Yes?
It's Mary's mother, Johnny. Mary and the girls are with me. She's in a state. Can you come over now?
Oh, what's the matter? Is she ill?
She said not to talk about it on the phone. I'm very worried, Johnny.
I'll be there in about an hour. Just keep calm, all of you.
Oh, Johnny, thank God you've come. I've been out of my mind all day.
What is it, Mary?
I phoned you, but you were out. Don't go in. The girls are still up.
Let's walk around the block. Leave the door.
Is it safe, do you think?
Of course it is. Now, tell me what's happened.
I took the girls to school and I was back just after 9. About 10, there was a knock on the door. When I opened it, there were 2 men there, a young one and an old one. And there was a van in the road. I asked them what they wanted. And the older man took off his hat and said he'd brought the coffins. There were 3 coffins there on a strip of foam. Large one and 2 small ones.
Go on, Mary.
With labels on them, glued on. One said Mary Renie, and the others just said Elizabeth Mary. I walked back to the house, and the old man came with me. He gave me an envelope. There was a note inside. It was typed, and it said, "Be very quiet and very careful."
Where's the note?
I don't know. I looked for it afterwards, but I couldn't find it.
Go on.
I phoned you and left the message, and I didn't know what to do. I panicked and phoned Mother. She said come over, and I fetched the girls from school. I called a taxi and we came over.
Did you tell the girls what had happened?
Oh, God, no. But they could see I was worried, and they're terribly upset. Was I a fool about it all?
No, of course not. People play these tricks from time to time. Practical jokes. But they're not very funny for the folk on the receiving end. Don't worry about who did it. I'll soon find out, and there'll be no such nonsense again.
Coming! Well, hello, Johnny.
Hello, Harry.
A balloon gone up, Third World War and all that.
Can I come in?
By all means. Welcome to my humble abode. Drinky, old man?
No, thanks. I need your help, Mason. Will you listen carefully while I explain?
Something serious, is it?
Important to me, anyway.
In that case, let me dip the old head in a drop of cold water. Let's clear the brain for action, eh? Forgive the shambles and the stupor. What's cooking, Johnny?
Can this be between just you and me?
Of course it can.
Is that a promise?
Do you trust my promises, Johnny?
Yes. Why shouldn't I?
I'm the man who talked, remember? One kick in the groin and I called it a day. You debriefed me, so you know all about it. Just a couple of screams and I blew the gaff.
Harry, you were in no fit state to resist anyone. You'd already been through the mincer with Fleur in Paris.
We were talking about promises. Yes, I promised, Johnny.
When I came back from Amsterdam, I told Painter that I didn't like the kidnapping of Said's children and the consequences. They put on a little harassment to keep me in line. I went through the help me ritual, and it was all stopped. But it started again. I don't know why. And this time, it's for real. 3 coffins were delivered at my ex-wife's house today. One had her name on it, and the other 2 were in the names of my daughters. My wife was half out of her mind.
My God, the bastards. I know why they're doing it.
Tell me.
You won't let on that I told you.
This is just between you and me. It applies both ways, to me as well as you.
There was a piece in an American magazine about the CIA and dirty tricks, and there was a brief dig at an SIS dirty tricks operation in the Netherlands. It only came in 2 or 3 days ago. They think you leaked it to the press. Did you?
Of course I didn't.
Painter told me about it. I said it wasn't you. What are you going to do?
I'm putting in my resignation tonight. It'll be on Painter's desk in the morning.
Oh, for God's sake, Johnny. That'll make things worse. They'll do their nuts in case you talk any more.
That's their worry. As far as I'm concerned, I've had enough. I wouldn't lift a finger for them ever again.
Are you going to expose them publicly?
No, definitely not. Not unless they really put me in the corner.
What do you want me to do?
I think they've decided that the best way of getting at me is through my family. And they're right, of course. That's why we had today's little game. I want to ask you if you'll keep an eye on Mary and the 2 girls for me. Will you do that?
Yes, of course I will.
I've put down Mary's number and various telephone numbers where you should be able to contact me on this card.
OK. Do you want to keep down here for the night?
Thanks, but I've got things to do before I sleep. I want my resignation on Painter's desk when he gets there in the morning.
Ah, thanks for coming in, Johnny. This, resignation, you don't mean it, do you? You're just having me on, making a point.
I may be making a point, but don't kid yourself about me meaning it. I mean it, all right.
Well, is there anything at all I can do to dissuade you? It'd be a real blow to the department to lose you. Nobody's irreplaceable, but you're as near irreplaceable as you can get.
No, nothing would make me change my mind.
Well, if that's how you feel. Oh, I've checked with finance. You'll be entitled to a pension of 4/5 of present salary. Becomes subject to tax, I'm afraid, but it is index-linked. That's some consolation. You know, I really am sorry about all this, Johnny. You sure you're all right? How was your medical?
Okay.
What if I suggested 6 months' leave on full pay?
I'd tell you to stuff it.
Well, in that case, all I can say is thanks for all you've done, and good luck for the future. But I'd be very remiss if I didn't tell you that we're all very concerned about the state you've been in for the last few weeks.
Is that all?
Yes.
Dr. Coombs? No, I'm in a meeting. Tell him I'll ring him later. I don't know, about an hour? Thank you.
You know Mr. Fredericks, I think, Foreign Office liaison?
Yes, we have met before.
How do you do?
How do you do? Please sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I listened to the tape of your last conversation with him. I don't think it has any significance either way. You were friendly and considerate, and he was, let's say, aloof. But he showed no signs of paranoia.
Well, that tape was just to establish that prior to anything that might subsequently happen, we had treated him reasonably. No antagonism from our side.
Well, now, to answer your query. If you use Section 135 of the Mental Health Act, the police can remove a mentally ill person from any premises. If you use Section 136, any policeman can detain any person found in a public place who he reasonably believes to be mentally disturbed.
And after that?
Well, he can be held by the police for 72 hours, and that would give you time to apply to a court for a compulsory admission. I assume you'd use your usual influence with the Home Office, and that would be that. From what you told me, there's no problem of next of kin. Ex-wife is not next of kin, and the children are too young. You could even consider Crown Court level, in camera, and get indefinite detention without right to review.
Yes, but how long can we hold him?
Well, provided that it's a recognized mental institution, he can be held permanently. And a compulsory patient can be treated against his will.
And is our place at Loch Gar a recognized mental institution?
Of course.
Are you saying, Doctor, that an ordinary policeman with no medical knowledge can seize a citizen in a public place just because he, an unqualified person, considers that citizen mentally disordered?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
And he never has to justify the arrest before any court?
No. That's what the Mental Health Act 1959 provides for. Some people have suggested that the Act gives unnecessarily wide power to the police.
Is it ever used?
Oh, yes, regularly, especially in the Greater London area. Quite correctly in most cases.
Well, now, if I made arrangements regarding the police, would you attend when the arrest took place?
There's no legal need to have a doctor there. And it's not an arrest. It's a detention.
Yes, I know you explained that, but just as a backup.
Well, if that's what the department wished, then I'd attend. As you know, when he had his medical, at your instigation I taped my talk with him, and that establishes my section's concern about signs of paranoia.
I'd have said he was a psychopath myself.
On what evidence, might I ask?
Well, the work he did. He was a thug, killing people ruthlessly.
Ah, but he didn't do it out of enjoyment. He killed because people he respected, people in authority, required him to do so. From what you told me about recent events, he is showing acute remorse for the kidnapping of that Arab's children. No psychopath ever shows remorse. He may pretend to if he's caught, and he thinks it will help him, but that isn't the case with Renie. No, Rennie's not a psychopath.
What is he, then?
A tough, puritanical man, but otherwise quite normal.
No paranoia, though?
None at all. He feels harassed by authority, but that's for a very simple reason. He is being harassed by authority. That's why we're here today, gentlemen. We're off the record. I understand your problems, and the law provides you with a solution. But let's not be mealy-mouthed about it.
Right. Well, I must get on my way. I'll leave you two to discuss the details.
Renie?
I tried you at the office number. They told me to try you at the flat.
Is anything the matter?
Oh, no, Johnny, no, nothing at all. I just wanted to have a word with you.
Oh, hang on a minute, would you? I'll be picking the girls up on Saturday. Will that do?
I'd like to see you today.
Okay, I'll come over this evening and see you.
Or I'd like to see you now.
You remember the coffee place you sometimes take the girls to in the high street?
Yes.
Well, I'll be waiting for you there.
The coffee's for you, Johnny. I've sugared it.
You sounded a bit tense on the phone. What's the matter?
Bad news. The man you phoned me about, Harry Mason, is he reliable?
Most ways, yes.
Is he a friend of yours?
Not a friend, exactly. He works with me. I asked him to keep an eye on you if I wasn't around. I mentioned it to you on the phone. 2 of the telephone numbers I gave you were his, home and office.
Well, he came to the house this morning. He asked me to warn you about something your people were planning against you.
Tell me.
Sounds crazy, but he said it was true. A man named Painter has arranged for you to be taken into custody by a policeman and a doctor. They'll claim that you're insane.
What?
And you'll be sent to a place in Scotland, a mental home, that's run by your people for your own purposes.
The one at Lochgarn.
Yes, I think that was the name.
But they'd need evidence to do that.
But they don't. He told me how they intend to do it.
Tell me.
Well, there's some sort of thing in the Mental Health Act. They'll use a policeman to take you into custody as a danger to the public. They fix things with the Home Office. You'd never be released.
Did he say when they plan to do this?
Painter told him it would be on a Saturday night, so that if there was any struggle, it would look like they were arresting a drunk. Mason thought it would be this coming Saturday.
Anything else?
He said that your phone was almost certainly tapped by now, and that I wasn't to discuss it on the phone. He was very upset. He didn't like it, and he was very scared about what would happen to him if they found out that he'd warned you.
It must have taken a lot of courage on his part.
What you going to do?
It's best I don't tell you, Mary. Then if they ask you anything, you don't know anything.
Mason said you'd leave the country.
Can I ask you to do something for me?
Of course I will. Anything.
If I have to leave the country, I'd never be able to come back. Or they'd have no alternative but to wipe me out. Will you explain some way to the girls that I didn't desert them? And that I love them both dearly. And when they're grown up, they can come and see me if they want to, wherever I am.
I'll tell them, Johnny. That means you will go, doesn't it? Do you need any money?
No. I've got money in various places, more than enough. I've already made arrangements for my pension to be paid directly to you. If they ask you about phoning today, don't deny it. Say we arranged to meet here, but I never turned up. And say you had wanted to talk to me about more maintenance, and you thought I'd rumbled that and was trying to dodge meeting you.
Oh, it seems crazy to be sitting here in this crummy little cafe talking about these sorts of things. I can't believe this is the last time I'll see you.
I'll keep in touch. But not using my name. And if it's a letter, the postmark won't be relevant. And I'll have to beat around the bush with what I say. They'll put a check on all your mail for quite a time.
You'd better go, Johnny. You'll have so many things to do.
You, promise to square me off with the girls?
Of course I will.
Take care of yourself, Mary. And God bless.
When Mary Rennie realized that I wasn't likely to add to her problems, she told me about that last meeting with Renie. She said that there'd been tears in his eyes when he asked her to explain things to the girls. It was the first time she'd ever seen him so upset. I found out later that he'd gone to the nearest underground station and taken a tube train to a station called Redbridge, and then a taxi to Ilford. He'd gone to see a man named Tommy Parks, who years before had been a forger of documents for SIS. He'd retired some time back and made a living selling his paintings. But he still did a few naughty things on the side in emergencies, and for old friends.
Hello, Tommy.
My God, what a surprise.
Are you on your own?
I'm always on my own. Come on in.
Thanks. I had a job finding you.
Why?
How are you keeping?
Oh, I'm all right, you know. All right, these stairs, but otherwise okay.
You still haven't changed, have you?
I never do. What are you doing nowadays, Johnny?
Well, the same old thing. I need your help.
Say the word, Chief. What can I do for you?
I want a passport, Tommy. Canadian or United States, doesn't matter which. But it's got to be the real thing, and I've got to have it in 24 hours.
You always was a one for the impossible.
Can you do it, Tommy?
Yeah. But it'll cost. Will the department pay?
How much?
500 quid for the passport. Say another 100 for the work. Getting the real thing ain't that easy now. I'm retired and it costs a packet. Either of those.
How long do you want?
Cash.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go down to the bank and draw it out now.
You got photos?
No.
Oh, doesn't matter. I can do them here in the studio.
So, when?
You can take it with you today if you'll accept the United States one. I've got one already. Let me take a snap or two. You go and get the cash, get something to read while you're waiting. Be about 3 or 4 hours. Okay?
Fine.
Right now, 42 inches to the nose. Yep. Want to get it spot on, Skipper. No time for developing or enlarging or reducing. Got to stick to Polaroid. Okay. Here we go. No smile. There's an Israeli immigration stamp. Do you want me to take it out? She won't get into an Arab country with this as it is.
No, that's okay, Tommy. Just leave it. And what's my new name?
Novaks. Paul Novaks. Born in Pine City, Minnesota. Okay?
That's fine. And what's the occupation?
Says engineer, but I can change that if you want.
No. That'll do.
How's old, what's his name? Peter's, the painter.
Painter? Oh, he's still going strong.
Cunning blighter he was. If I did a passport for him, he always gave it to one of his men first time, just to make sure it was okay.
He's still much the same. Do they still use you?
Well, no, they did give me odd jobs for a couple of years, but I don't hear from them nowadays. You know, they've got a whole bunch of people they use for this kind of work.
Do you miss it?
Nah. I make a decent living from the paintings. How's your old lady?
Oh, she's fine. We're divorced.
You chaps never stay married long, do you? Or do they get fed up hanging around, or you've got some little piece in Berlin or Rio de Janeiro, younger and prettier? I can't blame you. I'd do it myself if I was away all the time.
Renie had kept himself busy for 2 days, drawing all the money from his bank accounts. He had several in different names. He sold his car for cash, bought clothes, and paid his outstanding bills. By the Thursday, he was ready to leave. It was typical of the man and his training that he decided to wait around until the Saturday night and watch to see if they did go to his flat. He moved out to a small hotel near Victoria Station. It was a mistake to hang around. Renie was a man of action. Arranging his affairs had kept the adrenaline flowing, but he had 3 days to spend with nothing to do but wait. He waited until the Saturday night, and from the windows of the pub across the road he watched the black Jaguar from the SIS pool pull up outside his flat. He saw the uniformed policeman and the doctor get out, and that was enough. 2 hours later, he was at Gatwick. He had no idea where he would actually go, and it was only as he stood in the booking hall that he thought of Amsterdam and the sleazy room in Warmoesstraat, and the girl who thought he was honest.
We are about to land at Schiphol Airport. Will passengers please remain seated until the aircraft is stationary? Please check that you have all your hand luggage. We hope you've enjoyed your flight and that you'll travel with us again. Thank you.
Where to, mister?
Can you take me to Warmestad? I'll tell you when to stop. And will you load my bags for me, please?
Okay. You come from London?
No, Paris.
Right, sir.
Johnny! What on earth's the matter? You look... Oh, God!
It takes a lot of pressure to bring a man like Renie to the end of his rope. But when he collapsed in the doorway of that crummy room in Amsterdam, it was obvious that if Joanna de Vries had not been there to see him through, it could well have ended for Renie as SIS had planned, in an insane asylum.
How are you feeling, Johnny? Just nod if you're feeling better.
I'm fine.
You idiot. You're not fine. And I've been so worried.
What's happened?
You passed out 2 days ago. I got a doctor. He said you were suffering from exhaustion. What the hell have you been doing getting into this state?
It's just wear and tear.
Nonsense. Anyway, whatever it is, you're going to drink some soup. How is he, Doctor?
He's a very strong man, so physically there's nothing much to worry about. But mentally, I'm not so sure.
In what way?
To be perfectly frank, I don't know. It's been 2 weeks now, and there's something wrong there. Something stored up. There's a big scream inside that man. Someday it's going to come out, and I don't know what will happen then.
What could help him?
Getting him to talk. He won't talk to me. He's obviously experienced at hiding his feelings. He's better at evading questions than I am at asking them. Maybe you could do it.
But I don't know what to ask.
I don't think you need to know anything. You just need to get him to talk. It's a bit like cutting open a boil to let out the pus. You're fond of him, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I care about him a lot.
I think that's why you might succeed where I have failed. I'm only guessing, but I think I'm right. I don't think anyone has cared for that man for a long time. Something or somebody has drained his batteries over the years. Maybe you could charge them for him.
I'll try.
I've left some pills for him. He says he won't take them. See if you can persuade him to take them. It's important that you should.
But what's the matter with him, do you think?
It's obviously depression, not just feeling down, but clinical depression. I want to break it up and stop all those wheels grinding away so relentlessly in his mind. If you could get him to talk, to unburden himself a little, it could help a lot.
I've been afraid of making things worse.
You won't do that. He's too deep inside himself already. He should really be in hospital. I suggested it, but he wouldn't cooperate. I'm very worried about him.
Why?
I'd say that he was potentially suicidal.
Oh, God.
Are you sure that you can cope with him on your own? I could consider having him removed to a clinic, whether he agrees or not.
Oh, don't do that. I can cope. I'm sure I can.
Okay. But if you change your mind, let me know.
I won't change my mind. More coffee?
No, thanks. Maybe later on.
Will you tell me what went wrong, Johnny?
I guess I owe you an explanation after all the trouble I've caused.
You don't owe me anything, and you've been no trouble. I'd just like to help, that's all.
It would take a long time to explain. It's all a bit mixed up.
What attracted you to that kind of work in the first place?
I wasn't attracted to it. It was a gradual process. You don't just decide that that's what you want to do. They look out all the time for people who could be useful in one way or another. You kind of drift into it.
But you must have liked it, or you wouldn't have stayed.
It's not a question of liking it. You see what's going on behind the scenes, and you want to play your part in stopping it.
What made you decide to quit?
It started with you, when you said how honest I was. The woman at the gallery, Adele Palmer, said the same. For some reason, it set me thinking. I realized that in my private life, I was honest. Genuinely honest. But in my work, there was no room for honesty. I justified that by accepting that somebody had to do what I did to protect society, the public. And for some reason, my rationalizing started falling apart. I don't know why.
I do.
Tell me that.
It was the little girl, the Arab's daughter. For you, that was going too far.
No, it wasn't just that. In fact, until tonight, I wasn't really sure what the turning point was.
What was it, Johnny? Tell me.
I didn't like the kidnapping of Said's children. There were other ways of dealing with the problem. And in the end, the kidnapping didn't help in getting Mason back. No, what really brought it home was the incident with the coffins. Not just the sadism, the cruelty, but the fact that they did it to my family. That may sound just selfish, but it isn't. It was a signpost for me that they had too much power. They didn't have to justify what they did. They just had to give an order and it was done. Whoever did it wouldn't have questioned what they were asked to do. It was just a job and they did it. Just like I had done it. So many, many times. They were just obeying orders. Those people who were my masters were more sophisticated than I was. And I guess that I've just grown up. What was tolerable for me as a young man isn't now I'm older.
Does it help to have talked about it?
It's a relief to have said it aloud instead of it churning around inside my head.
It's a nasty world we live in, especially the part you've been living in.
And what are we all going to do about it?
It's not hopeless. We just have to live our lives so that we are never tempted to do anybody any harm. We have to live quietly and lovingly.
On that small farm you wanted? Just enough to get by?
Funny you remembering that. But you're right. That is one way. It'd suit me.
Truly? Or is it just a dream thing?
It's a dream thing, all right, but it's real for me.
So why not do it?
I couldn't do it alone. I'd be scared.
So do it with me.
Don't tease me, Johnny.
I'm not teasing, I mean it. Seriously.
You mean you could turn your back on all your old life? The excitement, the power, the people you know?
I've done that already. I've nothing to lose. I've lost already.
But On your own, you could see the world.
I've seen the world. I didn't like the look of it.
I'd love it, Johnny. I've loved you for 49 1/2 days. And it all seems too good to be true.
Where shall we have our fun?
Oh. We'd have to raise a loan first.
Well, I've got all the money we'll need. So where do we go?
You say, I'll go wherever you say.
Well, I've got 2 passports, one British, one United States, but the American one is the only one I can use, so let's go to your home ground.
Okay. Which state?
Have you ever been to Vermont?
Vermont? No.
Let's go there, then.
Do you like it there?
I've never been there.
So, why choose Vermont?
A long time ago, I heard a song. I think it was Glenn Miller. It was called Moonlight in Vermont. I've always remembered it, and I've always wanted to go there.
My dream, a little farm. Your dream, Vermont.
Let's start planning.
Do you like me at all, Johnny?
Yes. More than like.
But, not love.
You once said you liked it when I came here, that it made you feel safe. I feel like that about you. I like being with you. And I feel safe with you.
Safe from what?
Safe from hurt. Safe from the rest of the world.
That's not a bad start, is it? He's found what we wanted, Johnny. It's perfect.
Who's found what?
Oh, it's a long letter from Daddy. He's found us a place in Vermont on Lake Champlain. There's photographs and maps and everything. And even the name is romantic.
And what's the name?
South Hero. Isn't that great?
Let's go and have a board meeting.
Should we phone him tonight, Johnny? We could go to one of the hotels and use an international kiosk.
Yes, let's do that. He'll be delighted to know you'll be back so soon.
There's just one thing.
And what's that?
I want us to do something before we decide.
Huh?
I want us to look down the other end of the telescope.
And how do we do that?
I want both of us to look at it from the other's point of view and say out loud what we think the snags are. Not for ourselves, but for the other person.
Well, tell me why we should do that.
Because I think there are a lot of disadvantages for you in all this, and none for me. And you ought to think about them before we plunge.
I love you, Joanna de Vries.
Do you mean that, Johnny?
I do.
What would be your description of loving somebody?
A very simple one. That you would rather anything bad happen to you than to the other person.
So, let's be devil's advocates for each other. You start.
Well, there are 3 disadvantages for you that I'm aware of. The first is that I would like to ask you to marry me, but I can't. With my funny passport and no supporting documents, we'd be caught at first base. That's unfair on you, and not too good for your parents.
Go on.
Secondly, you might get tired of me. I'm much older than you.
Forget that.
And thirdly, you might find the life boring. Or too much hard work. And one more thing I've just remembered. We could never be sure that I wasn't going to be exposed.
The only part that matters to me is the marrying part. But there's ways of putting these things right, and Daddy might be able to help. But I'd like us to pretend to be married so far as the outside world is concerned. Just a wedding ring and me with your name.
I'm sorry that it has to be so messy. But that's fine with me. And what about the other snags?
They don't matter. None of them.
Well, it's your turn in the box then.
Okay. I've only got 2 points. One is big and the other one's sort of medium. Let me do the medium one first. You've been terribly down because of what's happened to you. Do you think that when you've recovered properly and you're fit that you won't miss your old work?
I won't miss it for a moment. And they wouldn't have me back anyway. They'd sooner cut my throat.
Maybe, but other intelligence services would be glad to have you. I bet the CIA would have you like a shot.
Forget it. And what's the other thing?
Is there any chance you might still love your ex-wife?
No. She's a good mother and a nice lady, but she's not for me.
And the girls? I know you love them.
Yes. I love the girls, and I'll be sad sometimes when I think about them. I shall miss them terribly. I do already. But I think you're forgetting something fundamental.
What's that?
Once they decided to certify me as insane, there was no choice left for me. I had no choice but to leave or end up in a mental institution. It's better this way. If things work out, I might see the girls again someday.
You don't think the SIS, or whatever they're called, would forgive you?
No. They're not designed for forgiving. And I don't want their forgiveness.
I want you to be so happy, Johnny.
Marty Klein is one of the smaller real estate guys in Burlington, and it was he who had handled the sale of the farm. He's in his 60s, very cuddly and very Jewish, and there were tears in his eyes as he told me about handing over the deeds in the joint names of Joanna and Paul Novaks, and of their surprise and delight when he told them there was nothing to pay. The farm had already been paid for by Joanna's father. They were gradually establishing themselves in their new life, when one day...
Hey, what is it? Is something the matter?
I've just seen a man I recognized. An SIS man.
Where did you see him?
He was on a Burlington road. There was a traffic jam. I got out to see what was going on. He was a few cars down the line.
Did he see you?
I don't know. I don't think so. But he came onto the island, and I gave him the slip by Fowler's farm.
Do you think he's looking for you?
I'm sure he is. They haven't sent him all the way to Vermont for the hell of it.
What should we do about it?
Can you look after the farm on your own for a few days?
Of course I can. What are you going to do?
I'm going to teach those bastards in London a lesson.
Winooski operator, can I help you?
I want the number of an attorney in Winooski.
What's his name, sir?
And I haven't got anybody in mind. I'd like the name of a man who's just set up in business.
You want an attorney here in Winooski rather than in Burlington?
Yes, please.
Just a moment, sir. I'll check our new numbers list. There's a Mr. Bernstein listed. He's over the dry cleaning store on the corner of Main and Water Street.
Yes, sir. Right, Mr. Bernstein. Mr. Bernstein can see you now, sir.
Oh, thank you. Through here?
Just go right in.
Mr. Bernstein?
Yes? Do sit down. What can I do for you, Mr...
Novaks. Paul Novaks. I just want to put some documents into safekeeping.
Wouldn't a safe box at one of the banks be cheaper, Mr. Novaks?
Well, there's a possibility that there could be a question of forwarding the documents to certain people if it became necessary.
Those the documents, the ones you've got there?
Yes. They're already addressed to various organizations. You'd just have to post them if you were asked to.
Sounds simple enough. How long are you likely to want them kept?
Indefinitely.
And you would pay periodically, I take it?
No. I'd like to make a once-and-for-all payment. I've got in mind $2,000.
Why did you come to me, Mr. Novaks?
Somebody recommended you.
Who was that?
I don't remember.
I see. Well, I don't see any problem. I'll give you a receipt for the documents and a receipt for the money.
I don't need a receipt for the documents, nor for the fee. Here's the cash.
You'd be calling for the documents personally when you want them?
No. It probably wouldn't be me. It would be a girl who'd come for them. Or maybe she'd just phone you.
I see. Could I have the lady's name?
She'd just give you a message. Only she would know the message, so there's no doubt she would be the right person.
Well, I better take the message down and put it with the documents.
No, I don't want that. It's just a simple message. I'd like you to remember it.
What is the message?
She'll say she wants the documents sent off. And when you ask her to identify herself, she'll say, "Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?"
What if something happens to me? I could get knocked over by a car.
I'll take the risk, Mr. Bernstein.
I got a brief interview with Howard Bernstein, but he was as tight-lipped as Renie could have hoped for. But I struck oil with his elderly secretary. She'd taught shorthand in evening classes to a girlfriend of mine. All I got was that Renie had given his name as Paul Novak's and had left some packages addressed to various people with the attorney. I asked my girlfriend to make a special effort to find out who the packages were addressed to. I only got one address, but it was enough. The package was addressed to, I quote, "The editor, The Washington Post, 1150 15th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C." It fitted in with something Mason had told me. One of the last bits in the jigsaw puzzle that was John Rennie. It also confirmed at long last that that farmer really was John Rennie.
There's no point in discussing it with me, Hugo. I'm not FO liaison anymore. I'm full-time Foreign Office. And I don't want to know. Read the damn thing again.
To H.S. Painter, Deputy Director Special Services from J.H. Rennie. Enclosed is a copy of the material that will be sent to the media by third parties if there should be any harassment of any kind of myself or the girl, J.H.R.
Why haven't you consulted Mayhew on this? He's FO liaison now. It's nothing to do with me.
No, but I thought you might have a view.
I do, dear boy, I do. But it's not my domain any longer. How damaging would it be?
Very damaging.
More than Mason's?
Oh, far worse. Mason wasn't dirty tricks.
Is it accurate?
Well, there are some errors on dates, but nothing more than that.
Probably compiled from memory. Do you think he'd use it?
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Did your chap trace where he is?
No, he's still looking. I called a halt as soon as I got this stuff. But it's a small area, and I've no doubt we could trace him in the next few weeks. But he's probably using some other name.
Well, he's got your mother short and curlies, my friend. No doubt about that.
So what do?
We don't do anything. But if I were you, I'd take every paper on that operation and shove it in the shredder. Then cremate it. And if there's any chance of sending up a smoke signal of surrender to your old friend Renie, then do it. And don't go near him ever again.
So there I was, back where I started, wondering whether to earn an honest buck or be the good fairy. There were quite a number of things I still didn't know or understand, and I finally decided that I'd confront Joanna and Renie. Tell them what I knew, see how they responded, see if they were worth protecting. I drove up to their place one evening. Only Joanna was there.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Kathy Swenson. And you're Joanna DeVries.
Joanna Novak's, actually. What is it you want?
I'd like to talk to you and John Rennie.
I don't know a John Rennie. You'd better ask at the post office.
I mean John Hamish Rennie, late of MI6 and Wormelstraat in Amsterdam. And Jan Branders, Harry Mason, Painter and Fredericks, and Halim Said, and two little girls named Mary and Elizabeth.
Who are you? Are you from Painter?
Oh, no way. I'm a journalist.
What is it you want?
I'd like to know how it all ended.
And then you write one of those exposure stories, right? My Night with Jack Kennedy stuff.
Maybe. Depends on what you tell me.
You'd better talk to Johnny.
Where is he?
Disinfecting the chicken house.
You happy, Joanna?
Very happy.
Not missing the big cities and civilization?
Not missing a thing. Especially what goes for civilization.
No regrets?
None. Absolutely none.
What about Johnny? Is he happy?
Yes.
Nothing that he misses?
He misses his two girls a lot. He hates those people in London for that.
You obviously love him a lot.
I don't just love him. I really like him. I admire him.
Is that Johnny over there?
Yeah, I'd better talk to him first. Wait here.
I understand you've been spying on me, Miss Swenson.
That's a strange accusation coming from you, Mr. Rennie.
Why have you been doing this?
I thought there was a story, and I guess there was. That's what investigative journalists do for a living.
Muckraking?
I'd hardly see your story as muck.
Why not?
Oh, lots of reasons. You did what you thought was right. You're obviously a courageous man. When you came to the conclusion that what you were doing wasn't right, you didn't hesitate. You stopped doing it. 3 women have told me that they admire you. Joanna obviously loves you. Your ex-wife obviously cares deeply about you. Adele Palmer is a great admirer still. I wouldn't call that muckraking.
But now you're going to write your piece and cut me down to size.
That's not like you to jump to conclusions.
So what is it you want?
I'm thinking of destroying all my notes on you two. I'd like to make sure I'm not being a sucker.
How will you make sure?
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. If the answers fit, then I'll be sure.
Ask me the questions, then.
What really made you resign? Was it anger that Painter could use dirty tricks on you as well as others?
I'm still not sure. Obviously, I've thought about it. I suddenly realized that the things I did without thinking for the SIS could be done just as easily to innocent people as to subversives and enemy agents. Now, what's the other question?
Can you give me one good reason why I shouldn't publish what I know?
Of course I could.
You mean because it would do you harm?
No, it wouldn't do me any harm. I could make more money than you telling the whole story. I'm not ashamed of what I've done in the past. But you'd have difficulty getting a visa next time you wanted to go to London. SIS wouldn't like you at all.
So why shouldn't I publish? What's your reason?
It's a personal one. The harm you do would be to Joanna. And she doesn't deserve that.
We're not married. I guess, I wouldn't mind, but my parents, it would hurt them. And I guess I would mind, really. We're happy here. And Johnny would be deported.
How about we do a deal?
What deal?
I destroy my notebooks, and you keep me in fresh eggs and strawberries for the rest of my life.